clog dance on a dustbin lid.
Look, if you get any complaints, kid, go and have a word with our Vera, will you?
It isn't your Vera that's making a racket fit to wake the dead on me one morning off, is it?
Yeah, but it was our Vera who sent me out here.
If it's not a daft answer, what are you doing anyway?
What's it look as if I'm doing?
Building an ark? Making a new dining room suite?
I'm fixing the pigeon cote, aren't I? Our Vera Rickmans had nearly lobbed her head off the other day.
Oh, could be very nasty, that.
Nasty. Could be disastrous, because if she's got her mouth open at the same time, I might never see me pigeons again.
Listen, much more of that racket, and I can guarantee it, believe you me.
Blaming women.
Hello.
Morning, Mrs. Bishop. I was hoping I'd catch you in.
Oh, come in.
Thank you.
Another couple of minutes and you wouldn't have done.
Look, I won't keep you. It's about the chapel roof job.
Chapel roof? But I thought you said you wouldn't be able to do it.
Well, I had a bit of a cash flow problem. I didn't know whether I'd be able to find the money to put up front, like.
Up front?
Well, for buying materials, hiring the scaffolding and that. But anyway, things are looking a lot better now, so I wondered if it's not too late, if you could get this to your committee. It's an estimate for the job.
Oh, well, yes, of course.
I don't suppose you've any idea how long it'll be before I get to know it, like?
Oh, not very long, I hope. If something isn't done quickly, we'll be swimming up that aisle. I'll make sure that Mr. Barker gets this morning.
Mr. Barker?
Chairman of the building fund.
Oh, yeah. All right, look, I'll leave it with you then, eh?
Luke, I think it's only fair to warn you.
About what?
Well, when I spoke to Mr. Barker last night, he did tell me that someone else was interested.
Oh, yeah.
They're submitting an estimate, too. I thought you ought to know, so you won't go building your hopes too high. Not until you've actually got the job.
Ah, heck, it's a bit parky out here, innit?
You don't have to tell me, sunshine. I've been here since crack of dawn.
You've been out here 20 minutes.
Yeah, so what's the odds? It's still no place for a fella like me this time in the morning.
Listen, I want to ask you something.
Like what?
Favour.
What favour?
You using your car tonight?
Why?
Well, because if you're not, I could put it to some good use, couldn't I?
Oh, no. You're not using my car as a flaming passion wagon.
Well, from what I've heard, it's a bit late for that, innit?
And you can cut that out for a start. You're not on.
Oh, come on, Dad. It's a bit special, this.
So's my flaming job special. You're not on, all right?
Tar, Dad. Tar, old lot. Remind me to do you a favour sometime, eh?
Why, that'll be the day, won't it, lad? Come on now, Liz. Come on now. There you go. Come on. Come on. There's.
Mrs. Walker'd string you up if she knew you'd been swilling your ugly mug in her kitchen.
Well, freezing up there. I don't suppose there's any chance of a bacon butty, is there?
Right.
Oh, there is?
There is. Unless, of course, you're thinking of making one, in which case, count us in.
In which case, forget it.
See you, Betty, love. Come in. Have you said any more to her?
Well, I haven't had much chance, have I?
Well, don't you think you better, Fred? I mean, there's no point in me making arrangements to have my hair done if it's going to come to now.
Well, it won't, will it?
Well, you know what Betty said. She's not stopping here looking after this place on her own while we go swanning off to that Newton Ridley do.
Oh, leave Betty to me. I'll fix her. It's a question of picking the right time, innit? See?
Oh, yes. Like that, is it?
Like what?
Well, I'm not daft. I mean, I know you were talking about me.
We were talking about the Newton and Ridley do, if you must know. Right, Fred?
Right.
What about it?
Well, we were just saying, Betty, that, well, I mean, we knew you wouldn't let us down.
No.
I mean, sometimes we say things on the spur of the moment, we realise that, but, I mean, after all, when you've slept on it...
Do you know, Fred, it's funny you should say that.
Eh?
Yes, I thought of nothing but that since yesterday, you know.
Really?
Yeah, and the answer's still no.
Oh, Betty, come on.
Now, listen, save your breath, Fred. I've told you. I am not stopping here running this place single-handed. Not for a gold clock.
By heck, that were telling her, Fred. She were like putty in your hands.
That's right, any time after 2. See you.
Brian, if you wanted a coat stand, you should have bought one.
I'll not be a minute, look.
You said that 5 minutes since.
Look, just one more call.
Oh, can't it wait? I'm starving.
All right, go on then. OK, Tarzan, nose bag time.
You nipping out for pies? Because if you are, I'll have 2 meat and tater.
Oi, you do realise that's the boss's missus you're talking to, don't you?
Yeah. The out meat and tater steak will do.
I'm not going to the pie shop, Kevin.
Oh, I see. Butties, is it? In that case, I'll have a cheese and pickle and an egg and tomato.
I'm not going to the butcher shop either, because my husband is about to take me out to dinner.
Oh, am I?
Yes, you are. I've spent all morning doing your rotten accounts. Least you can do is feed us proper. Now, come on.
Just think, mate. Work hard, save your pennies, meet the right girl, and if you're not careful, you can end up like us.
I'll thump you in a minute.
Oh, and she's violent with it.
Look, are you coming or aren't you?
Have I got a choice?
No.
I'll see you later.
Aye, see ya.
Hey up, mate.
Hello, mate. It's Brian after you've just missed him.
I'm not sure what to see.
Hey,
Yeah.
what about?
Well, I was thinking, wasn't I? Supposing you used to get yourself fixed up for the night out, and you needed transport. Could you fix it?
Mate? More than likely, could get my hands on something. Depends on the night, I suppose.
Like tonight.
What are you getting at?
I've got the biggest search since Christmas, but I need wheels, don't I?
What's that got to do with me?
Well, you arrange the transport, and I might just be able to fix you up and all. Cosy little foursome. You with me?
I'm ahead of you, mate.
So is it on then?
Depends, doesn't it?
On what?
On you. You come up with the goods, and I'll see what I can do.
Give us half an hour, mate, and then meet me in the Rovers. Yeah.
Hello, bricklayers. Yeah, is Frank... Oh, it's you, Frank. Oh, hi, Frank. It's Freddie at Rovers, yeah. Look, I'm in a bit of a spot. I need a relief barmaid for a night for, let's see, it's a week Monday. I just wondered if you could help me out, that's all, you know.
Come on, Bet Love, have you stopped serving?
Not yet, Jacko, but in your case, it could be arranged if you come out with any more cracks like that.
Put us a pint in there, lovey.
Well, if it Birdman from Alcatraz.
Oh, hello, Vera. I've just got a round in, otherwise I'd get you one.
Well, you haven't paid for it yet. Yes, ladies? I'll have a bottle of lager, kid.
Yes, same, please.
Right, that's 2 bottles, love.
Well, why don't you invite all the factory? Come on, girl, Jacko's getting them in. Fill your boots.
Oh, is he with you?
It won't be in a minute. I take it you have fixed that pigeon coat, have you? You know, and got rid of that clothes prop.
Let's just say I've adjusted it.
Adjusted it?
Yeah, so the next person that gets me up at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's gonna fall on them from a great height and may never be seen again.
I won't put it past him, neither.
It's funny, isn't it, that, Vera?
Oh, aye, flipping hilarious.
No, I'm not talking about that, love. I'm thinking about my Bert. Dead keen on doing yourself for you what out like a sticky hinge or a slippy door and he'd have it fixed next to no time.
Yeah, we see that's where our Jack goes wrong, you see. He likes to think about things. Only trouble is, he takes that long thinking about it, he forgets what job we're in first place.
Oh, thanks, Frank. Thanks a million, mate. Be seeing you.
Well,
Well, what?
how'd you get on?
I've got somebody coming round after closing time to have a little chat.
You better be good. I'm warning you, Fred. Because if you think that you can palm us off with the first duck egg that shows a face in here, you've got another thing coming.
Hello. You're not speaking.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you coming. I was miles away.
Yes, Rita.
Vodka and tonic, please.
Yeah, I'll do that, Fred. Oh, hello.
Oh, thanks very much. I'm glad I bumped into you, actually. I was just going to phone you.
Why?
Oh, that little matter we were discussing.
You haven't changed your mind, have you?
No, of course I haven't. Only you haven't told me when you're likely to need the money. I'll have to go to the Building Society to get it.
Well, it all depends on whether I get the job or not.
Thought it was yours for the asking.
So did I, till I took my estimate round to Mrs. Bishop Tar, and she told me there was somebody else in the field.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Al?
Hello, love. Pint of bitter, please, Fred. Rita?
No, thanks. Bill's just got me one.
Oh, I see. Just a pint of bitter, then, please.
Okay. Do you fancy taking the weight off your feet for a minute?
Oh, why not?
Do you know, there's still something I don't get.
What's that?
Why you offered to lend me the money in the first place?
Oh, I suppose it's several reasons, really. You starting up on your own in Len's yard, struggling to get on your feet. I've seen it all before. Only Len wasn't so lucky. I've seen him nearly go under for £100, let alone 1,000. And I could see you going at same state. It's no skin off my nose. You pay the interest.
Well, thanks anyway, Mrs. Fairclough.
Don't let me down.
I won't. Not you, fret.
Send me a Joe.
I'll just have half, Betty. It's time I want to.
Okay, love.
Having another?
Hey?
Can you manage another?
No, I've got to get off.
Some other time, then.
See you, Betty.
I love it. Hey, Anna.
Go.
So what's it like, then?
What?
This weightlifting club, what's it like?
It's all right, why?
I've told you I'm thinking of going. I've done for a bit.
Ow! Yeah, you can tell.
Hey?
You've only been thinking about it.
Listen, I'm no 7-stone weakling, you know. I do want bins around all day.
Yeah, all right, all right. I was only joking.
Anyway, so, I might be going.
Yeah, so you said. What's kept you?
Half an hour, you said?
I know what I said, mate, but I thought you'd know I'd be a faster worker than that.
Cracked it, then?
No danger. So how about the transport?
No danger.
Brilliant. You know, mate, I reckon me and you, we make a great team.
I'd drink to that. If you had a glass in my hand.
When you're ready, Curly, get him in again, eh?
Hello, you're back early.
Nothing to stop for, was there?
Now what's happened?
Nothing. Nothing's happened. That's the trouble. Nothing ever does it? Not for me, any road. I mean, there's Terry and Kevin planning a night out, and for all the notice he took of me, I might as well been a fly on the flaming wall.
I wouldn't have thought that Terry and Kevin were your type.
Well, that's the trouble. Who is my type? I never seem to have a night out with the lads. Or take a girl out. And when I do, well, look what happened with Sharon.
Sharon wasn't your kind of girl, was she?
It doesn't look like anybody is, does it? Looks like I'm doomed to spend the rest of my life propping the bar up at the Rovers, watching the rest of the world go by.
You mustn't think like that.
Well, it's true, innit? If Terry had a spare girl going, why didn't he ask me?
There could be a dozen good reasons. And I can't honestly see you being very interested in the kind of girl who'd take up with Terry Duckworth.
Why?
Well, for one thing, you're not as superficial as he is. I mean, deep down, you're a much more caring person than Terry Duckworth will ever be.
Well, what good is it deep down? I can't even get him to look in the shop window.
You just haven't met the right one yet, have you?
Well, she's a long time showing. That's all I can say.
Pass us a tin of peaches while you're there, will you, love? Packet of peas. Right. I think that's the lot. Thanks, love. Might as well get this lot round there.
Who the for?
Mrs. Wilkinson.
Oh, I'll take him round if you like.
Ah, you're all right. It's only Inkerman Street. I could do with a breath of fresh air.
Oh, suit yourself.
Tell you what, though, if you really want to make yourself useful, you can have the kettle boiling by the time I get back.
Oh, yeah. Go on. Yeah?
You want to have a spare pint of milk, would you?
At your feet.
Sure.
Hello.
Hello, love.
Right, Alf. I'll not be more than 10 minutes.
Aye, all right, love.
Thank you, kind sir.
My pleasure. Nice girl.
Ah, got a nice husband and all.
Story of my life, that they all have.
Yeah, well, you can't win them all, can you? It seems to be true what they say about lucky in love. Anyway, in your case...
Me?
Well, you've had a bit of luck in other directions by all accounts.
I don't think I follow you.
This chapel roof job, according to my sources, you were that strapped for money yesterday you couldn't even put an estimate in.
Well, I would be today and all, mate, if it wasn't for Mrs. Fairclough.
Mrs. Fairclough?
That's right.
Ah, heck, you don't waste any time, do you?
Me?
No wonder you've been matey with her. All this hole-in-corner stuff. Very cosy.
Hey, hang on a minute. I never asked her for that money.
Oh, no, of course not. I suppose she just came up, slapped it in your hand, did she?
More or less, yeah.
You're Moffat. You've been taking advantage of her ever since you saw her.
I have.
Yes, you have. You got your way over the lease of the yard, didn't you? You knew she wanted to sell it, not rent it. And now you're getting her to stump up to keep you in business. In your book, she's just a widow with a bit of brass behind it. You just pick off her whenever you feel you can. Well, she's not, I'm telling you. She happens to be a very close friend of mine. And her old man was my best mate.
Very touching. Now you listen to me. I never mentioned the church roof job to Mrs. Fairclough. It was Mrs. Bishop who did that. And for your information, she came to me, Mrs. Fairclough, not with a handout, but with a sound business proposition. A proposition that would put me in with a chance of getting off the ground and her down to make a few bob on her investment.
Oh, you expect me to believe that?
You can believe what you like, but I'll tell you something for note. Any arrangement that we came to is between me and Mrs. Fairclough. It's our business. It's got nothing to do with you or anybody else. And if I hear anybody shouting their mouth off again about me taking advantage of an innocent widow, I'm likely to shut it for them. For good.
Hey, you've seen the time, have you?
Yes, Betty, I've seen the time.
Well, I hope she's going to be a bit more reliable than this next week.
All right, Betty, don't keep going on about it.
Look, if you want to stop here gassing, you're very welcome. I'm off out. I've got some shopping to do.
See you, Fred. Be good.
Mr. G?
No, love, not me.
I mean, is he here?
Fred, you've got a visitor.
Mr. G?
That's right.
Sorry I'm late. I've waited nearly 25 minutes for a bus in Church Street.
That's all right, love, you're here now. That's all that matters, isn't it? I thought you two wanted to be off early.
Come on.
Drop the latch. Sorry about that, I didn't introduce myself. My name's G, Fred G. I'm the manager. Well, temporary manager.
Kath Goodwin. I think you know what I do.
Well, not everything, but that's what we're here to find out, isn't it?
Well, I don't know what Frank's told you, but I've not been in the licence trade all that long.
No. Well, he did mention it. What's Mr. Goodwin feel about you being the centre of attraction behind the bar, then?
I'll give you his phone number if you like. You can ask him.
Oh, see.
He's in Australia. Emigrated there 5 years ago after the divorce.
Divorce? Oh, well, footloose and fancy-free then, eh?
One way of putting it, I suppose.
Well, there's a coincidence, Kath. So am I.
Really?
Yes, really.
Right now, Frank said it'd be just the one night you'd be needing me. Is that right?
Yes, well, I did say that on the phone, but, look, Kath, I'm just making a pot of tea. I'm just going to have one myself. Would you like one?
I could murder one.
This way. Straight through, love.
Thanks, Mr. G.
Fred.
Thanks, Fred.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Mrs. Bishop. I'm not interrupting your tea or anything, am I?
No, go on in.
Sorry. Look, I hope you don't mind me calling, but I just wondered if you managed to get my estimate in.
I did more than that. I spoke to Mr. Barker this afternoon about it. Do sit down.
Thanks.
It looks as if you've got the job.
I have. Hey, that's great, honest. I don't know how to thank you.
You just do a good job on our chapel roof and that'll be thanks enough, believe me.
You're on.
Oh, there was one thing.
What was that?
Well, it's just a formality, really, but Mr. Barker asked me if I'd mention references to you. He said 2 would be sufficient.
References?
I told him there'd be no problem. Brian Tilsley will give you 1, and there certainly won't be any problem with the other one, will there? Councillor Roberts will be only too happy to oblige.
So, what's she like then?
Who?
Miss Bird of mine.
Oh, fantastic, mate.
Long hair, short hair.
Right down her back.
Tasty.
Not on her head, just right down her back.
Don't push your luck, mate. You could find yourself with a long walk back. Swift half?
Not for me, kid. I've got to be going.
Yeah, me too. Pick it up, what, 7:30?
Suits me.
Right, see you then.
Cheers.
See you, Curly.
Yeah.
And be good, mate.
Not much chance of me being anything else, is there?
Come out, Betty, come on, love.
Hey,
has he said that to you? Only that he's waiting for a phone call.
what's he up to now?
Whatever it is, it's all right by me. Hey? Well, let's face it, Betty. It's keeping him out of our hair for 10 minutes, isn't it? That's better.
Hello, love.
Hey up.
I knew it was me lucky night. What's your poison?
Oh, just a fruit juice, I think. Orange, please.
Orange, please, Betty, and I'll have same again. What's up with Dreamboat, then?
Curly?
Yeah, I've had behind him ever since he came in. He looks so he's lost a bob and found a tanner.
Well, as a matter of fact, he isn't exactly feeling on top of the world right now. I suppose it's all a matter of confidence, really.
Confidence?
Well, he seems to have got it into his head that because he isn't quite as successful with the girls as other lads of his age, there must be something wrong with him. I told him not to be silly, but you know what young lads are like.
You don't have to tell me, love. Believe me, I've seen more lads like him in the army than I've had hot dinners. You wouldn't credit it.
Yes, I suppose you must have.
2 weeks with Percy Sugden and his own mother wouldn't know him. They'd have put her up flint to shame. Talk about self-confidence, it was oozing out their heroes. You just leave young Curly to me.
Oh, no, please.
It's all right. Now, don't worry. I'm only too happy to help.
I'd rather you didn't, honestly. I mean, how's he going to feel if he finds out I've been talking about him behind his back?
Now, don't you worry about a thing. I'll be the soul of discretion. Surely you know me well enough by now.
Oh, you've decided to join the land of the living at last, have you? Glad you could make it before closing time.
I told you, Lynch, I've been on a little bit of business.
You said you were waiting for a phone call.
That's right.
Not to do with this Dolly Daydream that was here this afternoon?
It would, as a matter of fact. And her name happens to be Kath.
Fred, when I said that I wasn't going to run this bar on my own, I meant it. I mean, I need help, and help I mean to get. Not just somebody that can drape themselves over a bar stool and do naught else.
Betty's right, you know, Fred. She's not exactly God's gift to the licensing trade, you've got to admit it.
Now, come on, stick her behind this bar. She's about as much use as a pound of tripe. I mean, by the time we've told her where everything is, it's time to go home.
Well, it's nice to know we're on the same wavelength, isn't it?
Eh? How do you mean?
Well, I mean, I'm first to admit it. Kath will need a few extra days to know her way round, a few extra days to get a hand in.
Extra days? How many extra days?
She's just phoned up to say she can come for a week. She's starting Monday.
A week?
Happy now?
Well, somebody is. That's for sure. You've been at it all morning.
Whistling, you mean?
Yeah.
What's it got a whistle about?
Exactly. We've not been going round as though we've scoffed a bag of birdseed, have we?
I don't feel like whistling.
No, me. But he does, obviously.
Hey, he's smitten again, isn't he?
I'd say he was showing all the signs of being on eat. Yes, I would.
This woman, you know, this one that he's got his hide for next week.
Kath?
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of that name for some reason, Betty. It sounds a bit bold to me, don't you think?
Oh, she's not bold. She seems very nice.
We've only seen her the once.
Yeah.
And I mean, she was here for a job.
Yeah.
She was bound to act a bit demure.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't melt.
Well, it beats me why you're taking her on for a full week. She's only needed for one night. I mean, the night you and him are going to the ball.
Now, Betty.
Oh, well.
Anyway, that's it, isn't it? He's fallen for her big blue eyes.
How do you know they were blue?
Well, they would be to Fred, Betty. There's only two sorts of women in Fred's book. Dead and propositionable.
I must be dead then.
Yeah.
Listen, you're not telling me he's forking out a full week's wages, you know, just because he fancies his chances with her. And it don't sound like Fred, that. A fella that won't even give you the top off his boiled egg.
Betty.
What?
Sex is a very funny thing.
Yeah.
It can clean out the deepest pockets overnight. Especially when you don't get that much of it, like that what Fred doesn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's time we found out what is going on in that video nasty he calls a mind.
Do you need any help, lovey?
Only if he overdoes the dumb insolence bit, and we have to resort to a snake bite or two. Give us a couple of minutes, Cock.
Okay, go.
Hello, Fred.
How do, Lynchy?
You sound very happy this morning, Fred.
Oh, well, life's what you make it, Lynch. That's what I say, anyway.
Oh, and you're still cheerful, fancy.
You what?
Nothing. Any special reason for your jollity?
Nope.
Not had a good win on the GGs?
Not lately.
How about the pools?
Chance would be a fine thing.
I know. You found your toupee. Have that thrush taking it for a nest like we thought.
Ha, flipping ha.
Then it must be a woman.
Oh, give over. All the women I've had to fight off over the years. I'm not going to go cartwheels over this one.
Then why are you taking that barmaid on for a full week? Instead of just the one night we're going to the brewery on?
Well, she said one night was no good to it. Had to be a week or nothing. So, you see, your mate there's costing me money, isn't she? Costing me money to have somebody in here to hold her hand. But we know the reason, don't we, Lynch?
Oh.
The reason is she's jealous. Because I'm taking you and not her. Oh. Story of my life, Lynch. Always been a martyr to jealous women. I was just born too devilish handsome, that's my problem.
Hey, what did you find out?
Either we were wrong, Betty, or he's learning to fib a lot better. And that could be very, very dangerous.
Pull it through, Kevin.
Come and get it.
Oh, time and all.
What's to eat?
Scones.
Oh, no raspberry buns.
No, because you've scoffed them all. I made 20 on Sunday and there's not one left. You haven't been taking them home, have you?
Shouldn't be such a good cook.
Flattery won't get you another batch this week, sunshine.
Well?
Well, what?
What went wrong last night?
Nothing went wrong.
Come off it. All day yesterday, you'd gone on about this every date with these two tarts.
Brian?
And today, not a dicky bird, not a mention. Didn't they turn up or something? I bet they stood you both up, didn't they?
No, they didn't stand us up.
Well, they a couple of old boots.
Brian, you're talking about my sex in a very demeaning way.
What we do at work. Fellas do. All right, then. Were they not very presentable?
Yeah, they was both crackers.
Why aren't you smiling like a pint pot? I know. They let you spend your last quid, then they went home to Mum. You didn't get a bit, did you?
Brian, unlike you, Kevin probably wasn't expecting
The snag was this mate they brought.
What mate?
They brought a mate, didn't they? Dead dopey she was. I mean, we tried to give her a bus fare home. Well, Terry did, but she wouldn't have it. She just sat there looking fed up and disagreeing with everything we tried to suggest to do.
Oi, that's not funny. I've had some of that myself.
Yeah.
When a girl brings a mate with her, it's like she's wearing protective clothing.
We're very faithful to our friends, us girls.
Not only that, she lived the furthest away too, didn't she? So we had to drop her off last.
And sometimes we bring a friend along on purpose, especially if we think the fella might consider himself irresistible.
Do you think they did that?
Could have done. Terry thinks he's God's gift, doesn't he?
I'll tell you what, Kev. Next time you take him out, I'll take the spare off your hands. For a consideration.
And here's another one who thinks he's Superman.
I am.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be next time for me. Cost me a bomb last night. And for what?
How do? Timed it nicely, have I?
That depends on how you treat the women in your life.
Badly. That's how they like it, isn't it?
Oh, what's the use? You have to have the cup without the handle.
Well, you look busy enough, Brian.
Oh, we're not complaining. Are we, Kev?
No.
Well, that's what I'm hoping to be, busy. But before I can clench this church roof job, I need a couple of references. And I wondered if you'd give us one, Brian. I mean, being in business yourself and... Well, I know you haven't known me all that long,
Of course
but...
he will. Won't you, Brian?
No problem.
And where are you gonna get the other one from, then?
Well, I've got a couple of mates I can ask
Why
them.
don't you try Alf Roberts? You've done some work for him, haven't you? And he's a counsellor.
Aye. You get one from Alf, it's like having money in the bank.
Alf Roberts, yeah. Yeah, I could give him a try, I suppose.
Now, you're quite sure you got everything that Emily wants today?
Yeah, I've got it imprinted on the tablets of my mind. Half a pound of cooking cheese and 2 bilberry tarts.
Yeah, well, that's what you said yesterday. You still came back twice for stuff you'd forgotten.
Yeah, well, I do tend to be a bit absent-minded about trivial things. People are usually thinking profound thoughts, often are.
Oh, you're usually thinking, are you? Profound thoughts?
Oh, yes, yes. What is the meaning of life? What is beauty? Beauty, truth, truth, beauty.
Fancy that. £1.10.
Hey?
It's another kind of truth.
Oh.
What you owe me for these?
Sorry. Yeah.
Excuse me. I've been standing here observing you.
Oh?
You don't do yourself justice, you know.
Don't you?
No, you present a very poor physical image. You want to stand up straight, get your shoulders back, walk tall. Imagine you're wearing the Queen's uniform. Remember the song, No One Can Compare to a British Grenadier?
90p. Oi! Change. Oi! Funds. Yes, Percy.
Oh, I haven't come in to buy anything. I just came in to have a close look at that young fella for a friend. You know, you can say what you like about the strength of the pound and the balance of payments surplus. There's only one thing that'll get this country back on its feet again. Conscription. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Are most folk ghoul alley, or is it just me?
Oh, you get some comics coming in here, Alf, and that's a fact.
How do?
Yeah.
You haven't got a spare sliced loaf, have you?
Sorry, I don't think we have.
Yeah, we have, Alf.
Oh.
One here. Yeah, look.
Saved me life, thanks.
40p.
Cheap at the price. You haven't had any trouble with those floorboards I put down for you, have you?
No.
And they don't squeak either like some we have at home.
Sprinkle some talcum powder underneath, that'll stop them.
You're joking.
I'm not, no. Only, I was wondering on, well, if on the strength of the work that I did here, you give me a reference. I mean, just on my work, that is.
Well, somebody thinking of putting floorboards down, are they?
Oh, no, not floorboards.
Well, in that case, I don't see if I can give you a reference about open floorboards. I mean, that's all I know about, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, all right. No harm in asking, was there? Cheerio, love.
Cheerio.
Hello.
Hello.
Ooh, that looks promising.
Everything under control. Cheese on toast in 2 minutes, if that.
Now, are you grilling me a tomato?
It wasn't on the list.
That memory of yours. Never mind. I won't die from the lack of a tomato.
I had a very funny experience in the corner shop.
Oh?
You know that old caretaker bloke, Percy? Well, he comes up to me and gives me a lecture for no reason at all. Actually, I think he was trying to get me to join up. Me join up?
Oh, well, I think it might have been something I said to Mr. Sugden. You know, just a passing remark about how you weren't feeling quite up to scratch, a bit downcast, which you were yesterday, weren't you? So I think Mr. Sugden was probably giving you some advice in his own inimitable way.
Oh, I see. Well, that was yesterday. Today, I'm a different man.
Really?
Definitely, Mrs. Bishop. I had a long talk with myself in bed last night about, well, you know, girls. And I've decided, so what if Terry Duckworth and Kevin take out a couple of girls while I'm at home cleaning my telescope lenses? So what? What are girls, anyway? Shallow, fickle creatures.
Oh, not all girls, surely.
I've got better things to do with my body and mind than to waste them on girls. Like, well, lots of things.
I'm sure you have.
I'm a dedicated misogynist.
Are you?
That's a woman hater.
I do know what a misogynist is.
Definitely, I am.
I think I can smell something burning.
Oh, me toast.
Where's Clint Eastwood, then?
Oh, struggling with his VAT. It's a pathetic sight.
Has he not mastered that calculator he bought himself yet?
No, I don't think so, lovey. Hey, hey.
What?
Could just come through the door.
Hello there, it's Kath Goodwin, isn't it?
That's right.
Is Fred dead?
Mr. G, is he busy? I don't want to trouble him if he is, only never told me what time he wanted me in next week. And as I was passing, I thought I'd just pop in and ask.
Mr. G would never forgive us if we let you go without him seeing you. Would he, Betty?
No, I wouldn't.
Would you go and tell Mr. G that Kath is here to see him? Would you do that for me, Betty?
Right.
You don't mind me calling you Kath, do you?
That's my name.
You know, Kath, you must have made a very big impression on Mr. G. He's talked about nothing else.
Really?
Well, you must have. Him taking you on for a full week when really we only needed somebody.
Kathy, nice to see you.
Hello, Fred.
Would you like a little drink, Combs? What about something short?
All right, then. I'll have a brandy and dry.
Brandy and dry lunch, that's quick. Oh, that's nice to see you.
What do you find out?
Only that she's got very expensive tastes and Fred doesn't seem to mind.
Right, I'm off. I've got a job I want to finish this afternoon.
Got all those teas?
I'll get some chops, eh? I want to got a loaf and all.
What's one of them?
Hey, up. Hello.
Hello.
You're looking well.
Yeah, I'm feeling it now. How are you?
Exploited and underpaid like all the labouring classes.
You don't look so bad off it. Have you got the go-ahead with your chapel roof yet?
I just need one more reference.
Well, that should be easy enough to get.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. I've been turned down once today already.
Who's turned you down? Somebody around here?
Oh, never mind. I'll get one somewhere else. I'll see you.
Yeah, try.
Ta-ra. See ya.
I thought you'd be shut for dinner. I'm a bit behind this morning. Well, it's all right. It's not a shipping order. Just half a pound of butter. I think I can manage that.
Alf at one of his council meetings.
No, he's in the back having his dinner. Actually, I couldn't care less where he is. He's been like a flipping wasp with toothache this morning. 50p, please. So if you've got anything to ask him, I should wait till he comes round. Otherwise, you might get what Bill Webster got.
What with that?
A flea in the ear.
I think I will have a word with him.
Have I said something I shouldn't?
Will you give him a shout?
Alf!
What?
You wanted. Right, I'm off for my dinner. Try, love.
Oh, what can I do for you?
Did you turn Bill Webster down this morning when he asked for a reference?
Yes, I did.
Why?
Well, I thought it was a bit strong asking me to sing his praises on strength of a few floorboards.
You know why he wanted that reference, don't you?
No, oh no, he didn't say.
I think you do, Alf. I think you know I've lent him some money too, don't you?
Is that wise, Rita? Lending money to a stranger. I mean, how much?
£1,000.
£1,000? What sort of security?
I didn't ask for any security. I trust him to pay me back.
How can you trust somebody you haven't? You've only known him a few weeks. It could be one of these cowboys. It's not unknown in his line of business, you know. It could just take off.
I trust him, Alf, and it's none of your business.
Yeah, but...
And I'd be obliged if you keep out of it, please.
Look, he's taking you for a ride, Rita. He knows that you're just a soft touch
I
because
am not a soft touch. It was my idea to lend him the money. He never asked for a penny.
Oh, well, he's a lot cleverer than I give him credit for then.
You could have given Bill Webster that reference. This job at the church means a lot to him, just starting out on his own as he is. He's never done you any harm. I'm surprised at you, Alf. I didn't think you were like this. I didn't think you were... Well, I didn't think you bore a grudge.
They are lovely.
Thank you.
Dad, getting on like house on fire, aren't they?
I told you she were a bold and Betty. And Fred's such a sucker. One whiff of cheap scent, he's flat on his back with his arms and legs waving in the air.
Well, I thought your scent smelled lovely and expensive.
Shut up, Betty.
Not bad.
Hiya. All right. How'd you get on last night? What? Oh, your date with them two birds. Oh, that was brilliant, wasn't it, Kev?
Yeah, great. 17 and double top left.
I'm off women myself. Is that a fact? Yeah, life's too short. I mean, take an encyclopedia.
I'd rather not, mate.
I mean, all the different things that are in it, all the different places, arts, sciences, fascinating people and cultures, sports, hobbies, pastimes, wildlife, political tensions in Chad. And that's just down here. I mean, what about up there in the vast infinity of space? I mean, who needs women?
I want double top.
Right, please.
I said I still want double top.
Here, who does Curly remind you of?
How do you mean?
Somebody very boring and somebody we saw a lot of last night.
That bird. There, mate.
Elaine. I'd say them two were made for one another, wouldn't you?
Brilliant. You want double two? I'll get him.
Nice arrows. Not bad. Were you serious about what you were saying before?
Yeah, dead serious. I've given it a lot of thought.
It's a pity, that.
Huh? Why is that?
Well, these two birds we took out last night, they have a mate. Very nice, isn't she, Kev?
Yeah, she is.
And we thought, like how she's going spare, that you might like to meet her. Didn't we, Kev?
Yeah, we did.
When?
Tonight, if you like.
What time?
7-ish.
Right. I'll make an exception. Do her a favour.
She'll be very grateful, mate. Won't she, Kev?
Very.
Here we are, the cup that cheers. Alf, you brew. What is the matter with you today? You were biting everybody's head off this morning. You've hardly a word for the cat this afternoon.
There's no wrong with me. Just puzzled.
Oh? What's puzzling you? All right, if it's confidential.
Women.
Oh, did nobody tell you? We puzzle everybody. It's one of the reasons we're so fascinating.
Well, you might find you get on better with chaps who are a bit less fascinating, a bit easier to understand.
Who's the jigsaw, then? Is it Rita?
Yeah, well, I mean, I try to help her because she, you know, she's as she is like, and every time I do, I just get in trouble.
And has Bill Webster got something to do with it as well?
Well, he's taking advantage of her. Fancy borrowing her money off her. I mean, Len wouldn't have lent him a penny, you know, never mind £1,000. He's practically a stranger. But if I say anything, I'm told to mind my own business.
I doubt he is taking advantage of her, you know, Alf. And even if he was, I don't think you convinced Rita. I'm not saying there's anything going on. I just think she likes him, like I do. So, you see, she's not seeing what you say as good advice. She's seeing it as you criticising her judgment, and that's biased criticism at that.
Biased? Me? I'm not biased.
Aren't you? Be honest, Alf. Could use another word if you like. Jealous. I'll be in my consulting rooms if you want any more advice.
Right. I'm off. How do I look?
Well, I think, for a misogynist, you look very dashing.
Oh, I'm only helping them out. They practically pleaded with me.
Of course.
I mean, you've got to help your mates out, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Even if it is against your sworn principles.
I do admire loyalty.
I might be late home.
You have got your key.
Yeah. I'll see you later.
Bye. Have a nice time.
It'll be a very boring evening.
We should have asked your dad to come with us tonight instead of Action Man.
Past it, aren't you, Dad?
Let's face it, they've only been fighting over me.
He's an old fella, but he thinks he's steaming for it, sure of it.
Hey, watch it.
Why haven't you got changed?
Come on, gonna be late.
Always be at least 5 minutes late. That way they're very grateful that you turn up at all.
Yeah, that's the way I usually play it too, Terry.
Oh, yeah?
Now, what's this girl of mine exactly like?
Right then, are we fit?
Yeah. See you, Dad.
Yeah, behave yourselves.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Hi, Terry. He's quiet enough.
Does it? A bit of a rush on about 6:30, but I coped. Alone.
Where's Fred?
Up in his room, dolling himself up to meet his public, I shouldn't wonder.
Oh, dear. Not the same, is it, Bet? You know, when Mrs. Walker was here.
She could be a bit of a tartar as well, we know. But at least she's not a psychopathic rattlesnake. Yes, Alf?
Pint of bitter, please, Bet, and give me one.
Yeah, I'll have a pint with you, thanks.
I don't drink pints, Alf, unfortunately.
This time we learnt then, isn't it?
It's worth a try.
Not a bad sort of a night out.
No. What's this?
That reference you wanted.
What's changed?
Well, I've been thinking about it, you know, and he didn't make a bad job of them floorboards and the shop door. So I put it on letter anyway, and any road, if it's any good to you.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks very much.
£1.30, please, Alf. Spot on.
Cheers.
Has he surfaced yet?
He's in the living room, not in his cravat.
Oh, is he? Well, I'm fed up with this, Betty.
Yeah.
I'm going to knot his cravat for him, right round his windpipe.
Wait, don't go spilling any blood on that carpet. Take him in the kitchen.
Look, Fred, I am sick and flaming tired.
Lynch, please. I really think you ought to know. And after all, you do for Mrs. Walker, and I am a deputy sheriff.
At least Mrs. Walker pulled her weight round here.
Oh. Finding it all too much for you, eh? Are you feeling the strain, is that it?
Yes, we are, as a matter of fact, both of us.
Well, never mind. Kath will be here next week. She'll show you how it's done. A little competition might sharpen you up, Lynch. That's if it's not too late.
I've been knocking for the last 10 minutes. A woman what lives halfway down Rosamond Street said she heard me, but not our Fred.
It'll be in a coma. He goes clubbing it after we're shut, you know. Gets home me about 2 o'clock, scoffs half a dozen bacon butties and goes out like a light.
Hang on a minute.
What?
Listen.
I can't hear anything.
Exactly. It's deathly quiet.
Oh, do shut up, Hilda.
Well, he does live here on his own, you know. And here are some terrible things happening to folk these days, even in their own beds. I mean, folk being robbed and mugged, murdered even.
Hilda. Fred? Come on, get yourself up out of that ferry touch you call a bed. Fred?
He's not answering.
I know he's not answering, Hilda. Fred? It's gone 10 o'clock. On your plates of meat.
Do you think we should send for police?
No. Don't be so daft. I'll just go and see what he's up to. He's probably got his head under clothes or something.
Oh, oh! Oh, mercy flowers.
It's the phone, Hilda, not a fire engine. Hello, Rover's Return, Bet Lynch speaking. Who did you say was speaking? Oh, I see. Oh, well, I am sorry. Well, he was all right when we left him last night. Yeah, I suppose he is bound to be a bit run down after his operation and all that. Well, thanks for ringing up and telling us. Oh, and tell him not to worry. Bye.
Were it police? Is he hurt? Is he in the hospital?
Would he take us like the police? We're Fred's sister. Apparently, he arrives on a doorstep sometime in the middle of the night in a right state, shivering and complaining of a raging headache. So they sent for the doctor and he's got pneumonia or something very like it.
It'll be a virus. Everything's a virus these days.
Yeah, but the point is, Hilda, what about us here? We're on us Tods again, me and Betty.
Yeah, well, Mrs. Walker will likely send her Billy steaming up here again, won't she? Bet you like that, both of you.
About as much as we'd like to live off semolina pudding for a week.
Oh, yeah. What about this new barmaid what Fred's took on? Now, what are you going to do about her?
Oh, tell her to hop it. What else?
That's for factory cakes, love. And I'll take £half a pound box of milk chocolates to hand round.
celebrating summer?
Yeah, another year down grid.
Oh, don't be like that. Happy birthday.
Well, that lot across there is not remembered, so I thought this might jog the memories. Miserable lot.
I'll tell you what. Have a £1 box and I'll just charge you for half.
Oh, giving stuff away now, are we?
It's Ivy's birthday, Alf.
Oh, in that case, put your purse away. I'll see to the rest.
Oh, you're a couple of smashers. Shall we have one, Deirdre?
Yeah. Hang on, Mr. Roberts. Come to pick up your MGB for servicing.
Good lad. Well, here's keys, anyway.
Hello.
I've made a list for you now, so...
great.
Have a look at it. Oh, it's Alf.
Nice. Hey, and
Very
thanks
nice.
very much, Al.
Pleasure,
Thank
love.
you.
And happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, love.
Happy birthday. It's not a birthday, is it?
Yes, it is. Now, listen.
Oh, flipping it. A birthday and they never even said hello.
Yeah. Are you paying attention?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's the boss's mum. No, go on, fire it away.
Well, it's the clutch that seems to be going. I think the cable might be going, you know. Anyway, give it a quick one,
Kev, the very man.
Oh, hiya, Curly.
5 Van Barm cakes, please, Deirdre.
I said it's the cable that is mainly going. I think it is the clutch cable. Now, give it a once over, and there's plenty of things on here. Just look at the bits and bobs. The car's round the corner.
Right, now then. See ya.
Kev, when are we going to do it again?
Do what again?
Do what again? The girls, the sixum. I right enjoyed myself with Elaine. Good. And I think she liked me too, don't you think?
Well, you was talking a long time, weren't you?
Yeah, I think she warmed to me. I mean, not as much as Jill and Mandy warmed to you and Teddy, though, eh? But warmed to me nonetheless.
See you then, Curly.
But when are we going to do it again?
I don't know. I'll have to discuss it with Terry. I'll phone you when it's ready, Mr. Roberts.
Yeah, right.
Your barm cakes.
I know, I've never been in love before. Oh, I see, me barm cakes.
Right, so, Taurus will read, beware of all things mechanical, latter end of the week best for business, lucky colour blue.
Oh, it's all wrong.
Not for the 10th time, Sally, it's not wrong, it's just a bit of fun.
Yeah, but we might be sending people out full of the joys of spring when they ought to be hiding under their bedclothes. I mean, 1 minute whistling, the next minute under a bus.
Oh, honestly, everybody knows that horoscopes are just a lot of nonsense.
Well, lots of people take them very seriously.
Yeah, like who?
Like me, I do. Publication date every month. I'll whiz into the newsagents to read mine, and what it says has a strong effect on me. I mean, they don't sit around like this making them up as they go along. Not even that fat bloke on breakfast telly. Here,
What's this?
it's for dear Kay. There's a lot more to it, Ken.
Yeah, it's just that I find it unbelievable that at any given moment, 1/12 of all the people on Earth are experiencing the same... Oh, my God, not again.
What is it?
Distraught of Eccles.
Who's distraught of Eccles?
Oh, she's a woman who wrote to the problem page, just having an affair while her husband's away in Dubai, and I advised her, or rather, dear Kay advised her in the last issue, to end it and not to feel guilty about it. 2 days ago, she wrote asking dear Kay how to end it, so Kay wrote back.
What, you mean you wrote back personally?
As Kay, yes, and said firmly, good luck and goodbye.
Oh, you shouldn't do that.
Shouldn't do what?
First rule of agony aunts, you don't get personally involved.
I am not personally involved.
You've started a correspondence with her, haven't you?
No, I've ended one.
She doesn't seem to agree.
Sorry, have you lost all confidence in me or something?
No.
Right, well, put Distraught of Eccles out of your mind for the moment and tell me all you know about Geminis.
How long is he going to be off then?
God knows. Sounded like it could be a long time the way his sister were talking.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we never seen him again. I mean, if it is his chest, big fella like that, short neck. Well, you have noticed Fred's neck, have you?
What's his neck got to do with it?
It's very short. Oh, it's a bad thing, that, if you've got a bad chest, you know. It's a well-known fact.
I wish you'd go and knit yourself some, Hilda.
Listen, this is just as much my business as it is yours, Bet Lynch. I mean, anything what's likely to affect my conditions of employment, I've a right to be kept informed about. You ask Len Murray.
Go on, love.
That's it, love.
Well, have you told anybody?
She rang up Mrs. Walker and told her.
And?
Oh, she was about as much use as a chocolate teapot.
She says we'll just have to soldier on for the time being.
How about Billy coming up again?
Oh, he's too busy making money in Jersey. Or losing it, more likely.
It's not a situation I like. I mean, we're neither fish nor fowl, are we? You know, we're not in charge, and yet we're responsible for anything that goes wrong here.
Very true.
Yeah, but if anything did go really wrong, I mean, it'd be Mrs. Walker what to go to jail, because her name's above the door. Hey, we could all visit her, take her a file hidden in the parking. She'd never find it because she hates parking.
Now, talking about somebody being in charge,
Yeah.
if you're looking for a volunteer...
Hey, hang on. I haven't seen you on here.
Good. Well, then you've got a job to do this dinner time, haven't you?
Have I?
Fire my lady when she comes. Fred's bit of fluff.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Poor Fred. He must have thought he was home and dry, you know. Manager, new bird on the payroll, then wallop, straight in bed, hot flush.
He'll not be able to go to this brewery too, neither, will he?
Not unless he goes wrapped in an army blanket, or whatever it is he wears in bed.
Away, we shouldn't laugh, should we? Well, I mean, perhaps we could keep her on, you know, this Kath Goodwin. I mean, we're very short-staffed, aren't we? I mean, there's no Mrs. Walker, no Fred.
No. Fire her, Betty.
Eh?
You know what they say about women sharing the same kitchen? It's just the same when they share the same bar. Apart from that, she's too good looking. We'll manage.
Yeah, here, we will manage, the three of us. Oh, women's libs got to the Rovers at last.
Do you have to try it on straight away? Your dinner's going cold.
Newton and Ridley dance. It's a great opportunity. Could do the recorder no end of good. I've got to look right, haven't I? And I haven't worn this dress suit for years.
Well, I'm starting mine.
Yeah, right, love. You go ahead. Now. Oh, my goodness.
What's up? Have you put two legs in one hole?
Look.
What?
What do you mean, what? It'll hardly fasten, will it? Must have shrunk or something.
Suits don't shrink, do they, love?
Oh, you mean I'm getting bigger?
Well, you said yourself it's years since you've worn it.
Yeah, you mean I'm getting bigger?
You'll have developed.
I look like Norman Wisdom.
You just have to get another one, won't you?
Get another one? Have you any idea how expensive suits are these days?
Can't be helped. Anyway, if you get yourself a new suit, you won't feel so bad about the new dress I'll have to be having.
Ah, there is that.
And you can always cut your losses by hiring that one out to Fred G.
He says when we're going to do it again, the sixum.
Hey, you've not told him we've done it again already. The foursome.
Did he, Heck? He would have broke down crying. He thinks that Elaine fancies him.
She were bored, Richard. I know. She just sat there with her mouth hung open, hypnotised by his specs and his constant parroting.
He did keep her busy while we got grips with our two, though.
Oh, aye. And if Mandy or Jill ever threaten to bring Elaine again, which isn't very likely now they know they're onto a good thing with us, then we'll invite Curly and we'll make it a sixum. Otherwise...
Forget it.
Exactly. Shake on it.
Done.
I mean, I like snogging to music, me, not to the sound of Curly droning on about Victorian loo seat decorations or whatever it were.
Right, lads, let's get discussing, see if we can't whip up a bit of love action.
Morning, girls.
Oh.
Sorry I'm late, but traffic lights weren't working in Green Lane. Do you know that bus were held up for ages?
Hey, that's all right. Kath, love, isn't it, Betty?
Oh, yes, of course it is, love.
Right then, I'd better get my coat off and get cracking, hadn't I? Shall I put my coat in back?
Before you take your coat off, Kath, love, Betty wants a word with you, don't you, Betty?
Oh, yes. Would you like to come through? This way.
Was she in A's threat?
Very probably.
Talking to Fred, friend of his, like.
She was, briefly.
Very nice, isn't she?
I wouldn't get yourself in a lather, Jack, love, because your acquaintance with her is going to be even briefer than Fred's.
So you see, lovey, I mean, that's the situation.
Poor Mr. G. He looks so healthy, too.
Yeah.
Do you know, we're looking forward to working here. It's such a friendly little place, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But we'll pay you something, lovey, you know, say, a couple of days.
Our bookfoot week.
Oh, of course you were.
Oh, I'm so disappointed. I thought I'd landed on my feet here, Betty. Mr. G was so sweet.
Oh, yes, it can be.
Perhaps you'll be needing somebody in the future.
Yes, I'm sure we will, love.
Will you keep me in mind, then?
Absolutely.
Won't keep you a minute, love.
No rush. It's worth waiting for. Ale in here, like cream.
Oh, glad to hear it.
Yes, sir, what's your tipple?
I'm a beer man myself.
Mild or bitter?
That's if I was here for a drink.
Aren't you?
No.
What are you here for, then?
Brewery sent me. I'm the new temporary manager.
You're having me on.
I'm not. Frank Harvey's the name. And buck up. It's not the end of the world.
Betty, love, I'd like you to meet somebody. This is Mr. Harvey. This is Betty Turpin, our head bar person.
How do you do, Betty?
How do you do?
Mr. Harvey's...
Frank's who is Frank's.
Frank's from the brewery.
Come on, love. Bet it doesn't take you this long to ask for a rise. I'm the new temporary bar manager, Betty, while Fred's in dock.
I thought we were supposed to be...
Kath, I wonder if you could do us a favour, love. Look after the bar for 5 minutes while we have a confab.
Right, yeah. It'll be a bit strange, though.
Just do your best.
Who's she, then?
Just somebody Fred took on.
Greedy man, is he, Fred?
Pardon?
Or didn't he have enough to look at with you?
Oh, thank you very much.
I say, like I was saying, I thought it was Mrs. Walker's idea that we looked after the place.
It was, Betty, for about 5 minutes. Then she rang the brewery and asked them to send somebody.
But does she trust us?
Not a lot.
Now, look on the bright side. I'm here. And let me put my cards on the table right from the start. I'm not here to break any pots. I like a quiet life, me. And if you two can help me to keep it quiet, you'll hardly know I'm here. Now, can I say fairer than that?
No.
Right. Now, who's going to be the first one to make me a cup of tea?
I will.
Oh, and by the way, I'm a bachelor.
Hey, it's a bit diabolical. You getting the elbow on your first take.
Well, it's nothing they could help, is it?
Listen, do you want me to have a word with them on your behalf, like?
Well, if you think it'll do any good. Yes, why not?
Well, look, tell you what, Emily. Them girls will do anything for me, I'll tell you, especially Bet. Because I've done her a few favours, you know what I mean? I'd be doing a favour for you, wouldn't I? You know what I mean, like?
Oh, you would.
I'll have a light ale if you're not so busy.
Hello, this is the wife, by the way.
I do have a name, you know. Vera.
Hello, Vera.
This is Cass. She was going to work here, but she isn't anymore.
Oh, I've look. You'll never know what you've missed.
A light ale, wants it?
How you doing, love?
Well, it's not exactly busy, is it?
No. That fella's the new manager the brewery sent in.
Here. Do you think if I had a word with him, it just might, well, you know.
Well, it's worth a try, love, but as you can see, there's hardly enough work for 2 of us, never mind 3.
No. Ah, well. Never mind.
Amazing. We made it.
I've never worked so fast in all my life.
Yeah, well, let's just hope it makes sense when it's printed out. All right, off you go, Sally. I'll lock up then.
Okay. What are you doing tonight, then?
Oh, feet up and a quiet read, I think. Deirdre gave me The Lord of the Rings for Christmas.
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
Yes, escapism par excellence. And you?
Oh, the usual, I suppose. You know, pub crawl, disco, curry, slanging match.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I will. Night-night.
Bye. Hello. Ah, Mrs. Glover. Yes, now, look, just calm down, please. No, Kay isn't here. Now, please listen, Mrs. Glover. The fact of the matter is, I am Kay. Ken Barlow. No, you haven't got to see me. Well, of course he was upset. You told him it was over. Yes, you've done the right thing. Look, I'm sorry, but I can't help you anymore. Do you understand? Now, look, just go home and try to relax. Goodbye. My goodness, what a state she's in. Anyway, I think at least I've finally clarified my position with her.
Oh, you must be joking. You've become a real person for her now. Clark Kent is Superman. You'll get no peace.
Come on, let's go.
You can't do that.
Come on, off we go.
All right, twist.
I can't help but get the impression you two are avoiding me.
No, we're not. How is Terry?
Oh, yeah, 'cause like, we're just thinking, that's all. I'll stay on that.
About the girls?
About the game.
I've been thinking about Elaine all day, trying to picture her face. I can remember her eyes and her nose and her mouth, but it's all separate, like.
In kit form, like.
I rang her twice today.
You never.
Well, why shouldn't I?
We agreed at dinner time we'd make him wait, let him get anxious.
I am anxious. I'm desperate.
What did she say? You've not had her going on about sixums, have you?
She weren't in.
Oh, that's all right, then. She almost feels another cat.
She will be tomorrow, though. Her mum said I'm going to call in off me round.
You never.
Off the bins?
Hung in a rubbish.
You're going to blow that relationship, Curly.
I'm taking her a poem.
That's suicidal, that, pal, honest.
In my memory, your eyes alone remain. Heaven is in those eyes for me, Elaine.
Game of ours, Kev.
All right, come on.
Behave yourself.
Hello again.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm here to work. What else?
To work? I thought Betty had paid you up, didn't you, Betty?
Oh, well, not exactly. I mean, I was going to do, and then Frank, he said he'd see to it, didn't he?
He did just the opposite. Well, when I went to get me money this afternoon, he asked me to stop on, didn't he? He said I'd be doing him a favour and that my experience in the trade would come in useful while he got settled in. Sorry. I thought you knew. I thought thought he'd have said something to you. Still, I'm not complaining.
What kind of a sign do you think that was? Him keeping her on?
He just needs more work than I thought, that's all, Betty.
And a bit more overtime.
If required, Betty, love. If required.
Now, you can have a little drink with me before you start work. I don't know whose sherry this is, but it's good stuff.
Aren't you having one?
Never touch it till after closing time. I've seen too many mates in this trade get the taste go to pot. And another thing, you start drinking with the customers and they think just because you bought them a drink, they can take advantage. You know, little drink after time.
You seem to be knowing a lot about the licensing trade.
Oh, I've been in it for years, love. I should know a lot. Yes, I've worked in bars all around the world, posh hotels, big liners.
Oh, you're making me very envious. Cheers.
Cheers. Talking of mates, Kath, I hope that's what you and me are going to become here.
Oh?
We're both strangers, aren't we?
Why didn't you tell the girls you'd take me back on?
Didn't I?
No.
Must have slipped me memory. No, what I was saying about you and me being the new lads, if you'll excuse the expression in your case, well, we can help each other against the residents, like.
I suppose so.
I'm sure we can.
Yes, folks, what are you having? And by the way, if you don't want me to serve you, just say so. We have a selection of barmaids now. Vera, you look like I feel, cop.
I don't feel very well, kid, thanks to womenist faggots.
He's not been bringing his women home again.
Ha ha ha. Look, it was a good meal with that.
It were like chewing tennis balls, you mean?
Good for you, I mean. Just a shock to the system, that's all, after all the rubbish we're used to eating. I mean, your stomach's not upset, it's just working for once.
Right, Jack, pint, is it?
Rum and pep.
Rum and pep. Vera?
Do you sell liver salt?
2 rum and pep.
Look, I take your point about it being cooler to wait. But what good is it being cool? Come on, lads, let's have a sixer, eh? Come on, I'll pay. Oh, well, lads, why not?
I started feeling sorry for him, mate, Sarah.
Look, you've got to be cruel to be kind, haven't you? If we let him near that Elaine again, he'll be henpecked for the rest of his life. So let's me and you keep thinking about foursome, shall we?
I'll die if I don't see her. I know I will.
Best news I've heard all day, that Curly.
Yeah, Curly, go and write another poem. You put me off my game of darts here.
I didn't know love was all pain.
I wonder what they're doing back there.
Best not to ask.
You know, Betty, I sometimes wonder if you really are a friend of mine.
Don't look to me for sympathy. You're only getting what you deserve for trying to get rid of her. I like her. I think she's a very nice woman.
Well, that's it. I know how to tackle my own kind. But nice women, they're an unknown quantity. I've not met many of them.
Hey, I'm a nice woman.
Yeah, you're all right. But I've seen you stick the old hat pin in now and again.
Yeah, and I've enjoyed it at all. Hey, up she's here.
Well, here I am, ready and willing.
God, I hope you didn't tell him that.
Pardon?
Nothing. So, what have you and Yogi Bear been nattering about then?
Well, you'll never guess what he's just asked me.
No, I wouldn't, love. I'm very slow.
He's only asked me to go with him to this Newton and Ridley dance.
Oh, what did you say?
I said I would. Well, I'd be silly not to, wouldn't I? I mean, I've heard all about these dudes. They're very good.
2.5 pints, please, love.
I'll serve him.
Well, I don't know what to say.
Don't say a word, Betty. It could be your last, seeing as you're the human being that's standing nearest to me.
You're a very attractive lady, if you don't mind me saying so. In fact, you're a considerable adornment to this pub.
Ooh, thank you very much.
Morning.
Morning, Bessie. You're an early bird, aren't you?
No, I'm usually in at this time.
Oh, I'm not complaining. Makes my job a lot easier. Does Beck get in this soon as well?
Oh, usually.
But not this morning, why?
Well, she's a bit upset.
What about?
Well, I think you better ask her that yourself.
Doesn't Bet like the idea of me coming here as temporary manager while Fred's sick?
Well, I mean, it was a bit of a surprise, you know, to both of us.
So, you ought to give me as well.
No, I'm not saying that.
Look, Betty, we're all in this together, aren't we, eh? So why not make the most of it? I mean, it's not forever.
I'll do my bit.
That's all I ask. All I want is a quiet life. Ask anyone. There is one problem you could help me with, though.
Oh?
Do you think a cummerbund would be a bit much?
What?
A cummerbund. You know, it's like a belt. You wrap it round your waist when you're wearing a monkey suit. I was thinking of wearing one to this brewery hop, you know, set the outfit off.
I've no idea.
Nah, never mind. Well, ask Kath. I mean, she's going to be able to look at it all night, isn't she? Coming with me like she is.
There's one person I wouldn't ask about your cummerbund or anything to do with this dance.
Who's that?
Bet.
Going away anywhere this year, Ivy?
Me? No, love. I've nowhere to go and I've nobody to go with.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right, love. I might just pick myself up and go on one of them singles holidays, you know. Where they stop in thatched huts and they have wild beach parties. I'll just run myself a grass skirt up across the road and I'm set.
I was only saying to Ken this morning, I think it does you good just to even get a few days away, you know, with no cooking or housework.
Oh, I'd not mind stopping here if I'd no cooking or housework. Funny, isn't it? Most folk retire and their life gets easier. Mine just goes on the same road, only more of it.
You're not retiring, are you, Hilda?
Oh, Stan is next month. 65, eh? And we've got about as much chance of getting a country cottage with roses round the door as well as Bet Lynch has of joining a nunnery.
Still, you'll have him at home all day, Elder, won't you?
I've always had him at home all day.
No, I meant to give you hand, love.
Well, he's never picked up a duster in 40 years of marriage. What makes you think he's going to start now?
See you later, dear.
Try.
Hello.
Oh, morning, Mr. Harvey.
Mrs. Ogden.
I hope you was pleased with my work this morning.
First class.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting my manners, aren't I? You won't know Deirdre Barlow, will you? Deirdre, this is Mr. Harvey. He's managing the Rovers at present. I'm very professional, if I might say.
How do you do?
Is there no end to the beautiful women in this street?
Oh, I like it.
Talk about a silver tongue.
Hey, Frank, what are you doing around here?
Hello, Alf. I'm down the Rovers for a spell, deputising for Fred G.
Oh, aye, I do as badly again.
Yeah, we all know why, don't we? Burning the candle in the middle as well as both ends.
How do you two know each other? Are you on the council as well?
Oh, no way, yeah. I'm not crafty enough to be a politician.
Who is?
No, Alf and me just lived in the same small town for a long time.
Aye, too long. What can I do you for?
Well, I was wondering if there's anywhere around here where I could find some cufflinks. I'm going to a dress do and I've left mine back at me digs.
Oh, I can lend you a pair of cufflinks.
Oh, thanks very much. You're a mate.
This dress do wouldn't be the Newton and Ridley dance, would it?
It would.
Oh, snap. Me and my husband are going to the same do.
You're joking.
I'm not.
Oh, what a night I'm going to have, eh? Oh, hello, Beth. Didn't know you lived here.
Ah, she don't actually live here, you know. She's just got a couple of rooms.
Thanks for the explanation, Alf. There's a lot of things you don't know about me, Mr. Harvey. See you later at the Ritz Hotel, then, will I?
Send for the police if you don't.
Good.
Not much sign of the spring feeling there, was there? Of course, it's all that weight she carries swinging off her ears.
Anyway, I'll look them cufflinks out for you, shall I?
Oh, thanks very much, Alf. You're a client down the Rovers, are you?
Oh, you can say that again and again.
Yeah, I'll be down at the first opportunity to drink your health. At the brewer's expense, of course.
I'm very careful with the brewery's money, Alf. Cheerio now.
Ta-da, love.
Frank Harvey taking over the Rovers, eh? What next?
How well do you know him?
Well enough to know that he's not a man to be crossed. What's he done to Bet, anyway?
Oh, well. She's had her nose pushed out, hasn't she? By this Kath Goodwin.
Are you fixed for tomorrow night, then? For what? Well, I thought a nice cosy little foursome. Me, you, Mandy and Jill.
Bit skint, though.
Not to worry me, old shiny. You know what they say. The best things in life are free.
So's the dartboard. Fancy a game?
All right.
Well, I'm not seeing have you?
Hey, do you see what that Arthur fella these days?
You know I don't.
Hey, it's pity that, you know. That's could have made up a foursome, you know, like we used to do. Hey, well, a few laughs in them days, kid, eh?
Ah, we didn't know in them days, Vera.
You don't know anybody, Jack, do you? You know that make her fix a foursome up with.
Duckworth, do you mind? Take no notice, Jack. She's only having you.
I mean, Alice, like, listen, it'll do you good. Hey, what about that fella you used to talk about? Teddy somebody. He used to be a wrestler, looked like Kojak.
Big one.
I don't fancy him.
Who's it about you? He's for me.
Hey, Bet.
Yeah?
What have I done?
Nothing.
Oh, come on, you've hardly spoke to me since I came in.
It's nothing to do with you.
It must be if you're not talking to me.
All right, it's this dance. I was all lined up to go to it with Fred before he went sick.
Well, I know that. Fred told me all about it when he took me on.
Well, you can imagine how I felt when Big Daddy said he were taking you. I've splashed out on a new frock. I've booked to have my hair done. I've even shaved my legs, but I'm not blaming you. It's not your fault.
Hang on. I told Frank all about this when he asked me to go in first place. I said, you do realise that Bet's supposed to be going, don't you?
And what did he say?
He said you'd changed your mind. You weren't interested anymore. No Fred, no dance. He even suggested you'd got a big thing with Fred, like a Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Those were his exact words.
Me and Flash Fred.
You and Fred.
Well, he's a lying toad, then. He's an even bigger lying toad than Flash Fred.
They couldn't be brothers, could they, Kath?
Right, okay, I'll see you about 2 then. Okay, I'll get it. Hello, recorder. Oh, hello, Mrs. Glover. Yes, I did get your message. Hey, now, steady on. I'm sure it's not that bad. Look, I'm really not the right person. Well, if there's really nobody else, have you thought about the Samaritans? Look, I don't see what I can do. Yes. Yes, I do know how serious it is. Yes, I know you do. You must promise me you won't do anything like that. Yes? All right, then. Yes, I'll be there.
You're not going to see her.
I've got to, Sally. She's threatened to take an overdose if I don't. Deirdre, love. Yeah, it's me. Look, I'm sorry. I won't be able to make you for lunch after all.
I've got it all ready.
Yeah, want to keep?
No.
Yeah, well, I know it's last minute, but something urgent has come up.
All right, suit yourself.
Okay, I'll see you later then. Bye.
Kent, you surely don't believe her.
Well, she sounded pretty desperate. And I just can't afford to take that chance. Wish me luck. Mrs. Glover? Cam Barlow from the Recorder.
Oh. Oh, you came?
I said I would.
Oh, not everybody keeps their promises, Mr. Barlow. Oh, please come in. Please, sit down. Oh, it's a bit of a tip. Well, I'll go and put the kettle on.
No, don't bother, please.
You must think I'm a right nutcase.
Well, you're clearly very unhappy.
Yes. Oh, God. Yes, I don't know
Now,
what to
Mrs.
begin
Glover, if you'd just like to sit yourself down and try to tell me as simply as possible what the problem is. I'm not promising I can help, but sometimes all people really need is a sympathetic ear, and I'll do my best.
Oh, you're very kind. Oh, and call me Christine, please. I'd feel better. More as if I'm talking to a friend.
All right, Christine.
Though in a way it's because you're a stranger that I turn to you for help. I felt you wouldn't condemn me.
Well, I'm sure your family and friends wouldn't condemn you if you went to them.
I couldn't. Well, I mean, my mum's dead narrow-minded. I've never been able to talk to her. And I haven't really got any close friends. Not that I could trust. And Steve, well, he's part of the problem.
Your husband? Are you sure you want to tell me this?
Oh, yes. Yes, if I don't talk to somebody, Mr. Barlow, honest to God, I can't go on. Not like this. It's driving me mad. I can't go on.
Won't be a minute, Bet. Just seeing if this bow tie's shiny. I've had it a few years now.
That's not the only thing that's likely to be shiny and all.
What's that?
Why did you tell Kath such a load of lies about me not wanting to go to this dance? And about me and Fred as well?
Lies? What lies?
Kath reckons that you told her that I only wanted to go with Fred, and that me and Fred are closer than your eyes.
What's she talking about? You girls have got some imaginations.
Go on, I'm listening.
Well, I might have suggested that you were a bit upset, you know, about Fred being ill. I mean, you have been on the phone often enough asking how he is.
Well, he is a mate. Well, sort of. You know, like you can get to like a ferret.
It was Kath that suggested that you might not feel like going to the dance. You know, what with the upset?
Kath?
Yeah. I just fell in with her suggestion. I mean, have you seen her big blue eyes? I'm only a normal fella, Bet.
They're brown, actually. All right. Tell her it was all a mistake. Tell her I'm going after all.
No, I can't do that, Bet. You see, she's not as you.
As what as me?
As tough.
You mean like an old boat?
No. I mean experienced. I mean, she's likely to go to pieces from the disappointment. Now, you wouldn't want that on your conscience, would you?
You're a liar, Mr. Harvey. You even managed to put Fred in the shade. And that is saying something. Believe me.
At first, when Steve went to Dubai, I kept myself busy. But the longer he was away, the lonelier I got. It's not as if we've got any kids to keep me occupied. I had too much time to think.
Don't you have a job?
I'm secretary with an engineering firm. I got made redundant. Still, it's not as though I needed the money. He makes a packet out there. And then I met Alec. Well, he's 6 years younger than me, but he doesn't seem it. You know what I mean? With some people, the age difference just doesn't seem to matter.
No, I do now.
At first, I tried to do the right thing. But I'm a very weak person, really. And I did like him. Alec. It wasn't that I'd stopped loving Steve, but Alec was there. And he wasn't. Only now I feel so torn. And so guilty.
Well, isn't it a case of deciding what you want? I mean, I know that won't be easy, but when you do decide... I mean, do you want to save your marriage? That's the main question.
Oh, I do.
Then, even though it'll be difficult, you've just got to accept that the thing with Alec must end. I mean, your husband isn't going to be abroad forever.
Supposing he ever found out?
Is he likely to?
He might. There's always some snoopy neighbour willing to oblige.
Well, in that case, you might be better off taking the bull by the horns and telling him yourself.
I couldn't.
It's better than waiting for some snoopy neighbour to drop the poison in. And if he's anything of a man, he'll respect you for having the courage to admit you've made a mistake. He might even understand why you did it. You know, sometimes these things can be good for a marriage. I know it might sound crazy, but it makes people stand back and really look at their relationship. And if the man has been being a bit, well, complacent, you know, taking his wife for granted, that sort of thing, it can shake him up a bit. There's nothing like coming close to losing someone you love, making you realize how important they are to you. And it'll make you put in more effort.
You married?
Yes.
Happily?
Yes, very.
I thought you must be. You seem so very understanding about everything. I think I felt that the first time you replied to my letter. I knew you were someone I could turn to. She's a very lucky woman, your wife.
Oh, thank you. Well, if I've been of any help...
Oh, but you don't understand.
I'm sorry, I thought... I mean, I assumed you decided to finish with Alec and wait for Steve to come back.
Oh, it's not that easy. I'm 3 months pregnant.
See.
Well, Steve and me, it isn't as if we didn't want any kids. It's just we had never had any. And now there's one on the way, and it's not his, and I don't want an abortion. I don't. But I don't want him to turn me out. I couldn't bear it. I need someone, you see. I can't be on my own.
I'm sorry. I mean, I truly am, but, well, I honestly don't feel qualified to advise you on this, Christine. It was a very personal decision, apart from anything else. What about your family doctor? Or the vicar? They can give you considered advice, but even then, in the end, you're going to have to make up your own mind. No one can do that for you.
I know. I know that. That's what's been driving me mad. Going round and round in circles. That's why this morning I felt as though I just couldn't go on.
Now, whatever happens, you must promise me you will never say that again. Never even think it. This problem can be solved with a degree of adult understanding, but it will not be solved by you killing yourself. Or your child.
You're a wonderful man. You are.
Well, I'm only saying what any person would say. What you would know for yourself if you weren't so close to it. Now, will you promise me, Christine?
Not to do anything silly, yes. For you, I promise.
No, not for me. For you. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, you've got to go, I understand. You've given me a lot of your time. I'm grateful.
Well, how do you feel? That's more to the point.
Better. Much better. I think I can cope now. You were right, what you said about a sympathetic ear.
And she says make sure it's not dinted. The last can of soup she had from you had a whacking great dint in it.
Not when it left here, it hadn't. Tell her it's for supping, not chucking.
One motor, expertly serviced, and return to own door.
Oh.
Can't ask for better than that.
Right, lad. Now. Hey, up, what am I paying for here? I could buy a new one for that.
Give over. You tell me where you can get a set of wheels for that price, and I'll be first in the queue.
Speaking of wheels, any chance for tomorrow night?
Could borrow Brian's, but no, he's going out in it. My dad's is full of gear. How about you, old fellas?
Working, ain't he, or so he says. The birds are all lined up and all. How about you, Mr. Roberts? You look like a nice, kind gent who wouldn't stand in the way of true love.
I'm sorry, lads. Even if I was lending it, which I'm not, I wouldn't be doing true love no favour trying to cram 4 into that car.
He's got a point there. Yeah. So what we're going to do about tomorrow night?
All right, lads. You going out tomorrow night? How about a sixsome?
Well, we've got these 4 tickets, and it's like gold getting 4, you know. There's no chance of getting any extra, is there, Kev?
No, I mean, we would if we could.
Yeah.
Oh, well, perhaps another time, eh?
Yeah.
Why don't you take Elaine out on your own?
Well, we're not quite at that stage yet, you know, but we're getting closer. Actually, she's a bit on the shy side. But some girls feel happier when they take their mates out on the first few dates.
You sound like quite an expert on female psychology, lad.
Are you sending me up, Mr. Roberts?
No, not at all. I just wish you'd give me a few tips.
Hello.
Hiya. Just thought I'd get this done while I've got a quiet 5 minutes, save me rushing tomorrow. Oh, I've just remembered I'm not talking to you. What happened to you at dinner time?
I told you it was something urgent.
Well, I hope it was urgent enough to warrant chucking out a perfectly good shepherd's pie.
Did you?
No, I didn't. It's in the oven. You can have it for your tea. What happened anyway? It sounded very dramatic at the last minute.
Oh, it's nothing really. Just, well, it's just a problem that had to be sorted out on the spot, that's all. Oh, look, while I remember, I'll book a taxi for tomorrow night, should I?
It's all right. There's no rush. Anyway, you don't need to book one. You can just ask Jack Duckworth.
Oh, good thinking, good thinking. Right, well, where's the shepherd's pie then? I'm famished.
I'll get it. Serves you right, you know, for going without your lunch, but you will find more important things to do.
It'll be a good match tomorrow. My dad's going.
Birmingham? Tomorrow night? That's it then, we've cracked it. Your pad.
Sorry, mate. Debbie's in with a mate who's staying the night.
Hey, Mum.
Yes, little apple of my eye.
Mum. Oh, do you fancy going to the pictures tomorrow night? My special treat.
Oh, and say a lovely son to his old man.
No, I know my dad's working late, and I don't like to think of you stopping in the house on your own.
Oh, I won't be on my own. I've invited Ivy round, you know, to watch telly and have a bit of tea, like. Special treat, seeing as I've got your birthday.
Dear, I've told you don't have to do that, love.
Listen, I want to. It'll do you good. I'll make some good food for a change. Cabbage and a cauliflower, yeah? Run of beans, so I'll take him on that offer another time, eh? All right, love.
What do you mean?
Sure, me old mate. About tomorrow night. Yeah? Well, we've been thinking. We'd much rather spend an evening in with the girls and you and Elaine than go to some naff concert, wouldn't we, Kev?
Oh, without a doubt.
So, what's the chances of us all coming round to your place?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Really? You sure?
No problem. Mrs. Bishop's always telling me to use the house as my own home. She's always asking me to bring me pals back.
And she won't think she'll have to stop in and keep an eye on the place. I mean, we'll not wreck the joint, will we? Just a quiet evening in, listening to records and that. Hey, Kev?
Yeah, game of Scrabble or something.
Mrs. Bishop's a very understanding person. She'll probably make her own arrangements.
Ace, that's it then. We're in.
Right then. I'll go round to Elaine's first thing in the morning and invite her. I'll pass there on me round.
You're never going in your bin and gear, are you?
Why not? She knows what I do. It's good honest toil. I'm not ashamed of it. And you can't look suave and trendy all the time, can you?
Look, Frank, I've been thinking about this dance. I'm not happy about it.
You're not letting Bet put you off, are you, love? She's only jealous. If you took a blood sample, it'd be bright green.
Oh, you did let her down.
Hey, don't you worry your pretty little head about that. We'll have a great time tomorrow night. You just wait.
No, Frank, I'm not going. I couldn't. So if Bet still wants to go, take her.
I don't want to take her. I want to take you.
I'm sorry. I've made my mind up. There's nothing more to be said.
Bet, love. Any chance of me offering the olive branch?
I hate olives.
You know, the white flag, eh? The piper piece. See, me and Kath, well, we've discussed it, and she has admitted that she was in the wrong. You know, suggesting that you might not want to go to the dance. So, I'm asking you, do you?
You mean, do I want to go to the dance with you, Mr. Harvey?
Exactly. Hey, you'll have a fantastic time with me, you know. I'm very well in at the brewery. You'll be treated like a VIP.
Get knotted, Mr. Harvey. You and your dancing pumps.
Short notice, Agnes, but it'll be a very good night. I mean, Newton and Ridley's annual thrash speaks for itself, doesn't it, eh? So what do you say, darling? How do you fancy being squire to the social event of the year by yours truly? You don't? Agnes, love, I could pick you up about 8. In a taxi, of course. Look, and there's going to be a buffet supper, champagne, the lot. Now, be honest, darling. How often do you get an offer like this, eh? There's no need to be offensive, Agnes. I mean, there are birds that give their right arm to be asked. All right, I will ask them. And it's the last time I give you a call, darling. Oh, yeah. Oh, and by the way, how's that old bat of a mother of yours still hanging upside down from the ceiling?
He's still trying to get somebody to go with him tonight. He's on to one in Liverpool now called Agnes. I think he's getting desperate.
Is that a fact?
Serve him right, you know, if he has to go on his own the way he's treated you. I mean, you were all set to go with him, and then he invites somebody behind your back.
Oh, had mine, but I can make you one before I go shopping.
No, thanks. Mrs. Wilson down Acacia Avenue made one for us all this morning.
Oh, that was kind of her.
Nah, it was just an excuse to make eyes at Danny. Our new driver took over from Eddie Yates.
Oh. Is he something of a lady killer, this Danny?
Well, he's fat and 40 and speaks with a high-pitched voice, but he has got curly hair.
That'll be it. So, is it just a social call?
Well, no. What it is... Well, you know you're always telling me to use this place like my own home.
Indeed.
Well, tonight I thought I might invite a few mates round, you know, have a natter, listen to a few tapes, that sort of thing. Is it all right?
Of course it is. Couldn't have picked a better night, actually. I should be out babysitting myself.
Oh, great. Well, I mean, you know...
Looking after Tracy while Ken and Deirdre are off to the ball.
Oh.
Come on. You can escort me down the street.
I'll give you a lift on the bin wagon if you like.
I don't think so. I might fall under the spell of the curly-haired Danny. Who'll be coming tonight? Terry Duckworth and Kevin?
Yeah. Terry and Kevin.
Weatherfield recorder, Sally Waterman speaking. Oh, hello, Mrs. Glover. No, I'm afraid he's not in. No, I don't know where he is, actually. No, I've no idea how long he'll be. Yeah, well, yeah, you can try again later if you want, yeah. Yes, if he does come in, I'll tell him you rang, yeah. OK, bye.
Hold the front page.
Why? Are you going to drop it?
Witty secretaries I can do without.
I'm a junior reporter.
Only when I say so, and I might even put a stop to that if you get any cheekier.
Sorry, Mr. Barlow, sir.
Listen, I've got a terrific story, make a perfect front page lead. You know the new shoppers' car park they built behind the precinct? Town Hall have only pinched 30 spaces for staff. The shopkeepers are going mad.
I thought you were going to put my triplet story on the front page.
Ah. We'd better hold an editorial conference.
Right.
Subject, whether your triplet story or my town hall story goes on the front page.
Right.
Decision, my town hall story. A, because it's a better story, and B, because I'm the boss.
So much for editorial democracy.
It was a democratic decision, it's just that I hold the casting vote.
Oh, by the way, Mrs. Glover rang.
Oh, she didn't.
She did.
Well, what does she want this time?
You? Who else?
Right, well, if she phones again, I'm out. I've done all I possibly can for that lady. Sally?
Yeah, I heard. You're not in. Morning, Betty.
Hello, lovey. Oh, hey, aren't they lovely flowers?
Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
Do you know, I felt like buying an armful. Can I put me in water till I go home?
Yeah, of course you can, lovely. Go.
Kath, darling, don't know which looks the more beautiful, you or them flowers.
Really?
Hey, did you ever do that trick when you were a kid, you know? Hold a buttercup under your chin, and if the yellow colour reflected on your skin, it meant you liked butter?
No, I didn't. And anyway, these aren't buttercups.
No, well, I mean, I know that, don't I? But, I mean, you got a daffodil there, I could show you.
Oh, I don't think so, Frank. I've got to get him into water quick.
Kath,
Yes.
be a sport, eh? Come with me tonight, and what do you say? You'll have the time of your life.
Sorry, Frank.
But you were all for it yesterday.
Yes, but that was before I knew all the facts. Sorry.
There's a funny smell coming from your hot pot, Petty.
It's what's known as cooking, love.
Oh, I see. Should there be smoke as well? I'm only kidding.
Oh, hey, he's asked Kath to go with him again. She's refused, though.
Not having much luck at all, is he?
You'll be the belle of the ball, Deirdre. A vision in shimmering silk and glittering diamonds.
Absolutely.
Get away, you two. I'll be a galloping hairpin in a 50-quid frock. It's my husband who's going to be cutting a dash in his new monkey suit.
Just be careful of that Frank, though. From what I hear, he'll try to smooch even if it's Gay Gordon.
Don't worry, I will. Right, Emily, is that it?
Yes, I think so. Oh, no, it's not. Could I have a packet of frozen prawns, please? Norman's having some friends in tonight, so I thought that I'd make them some supper, you know, prawn patties and a few sandwiches.
Do you know, you're spoiling rotten.
Well, I rather enjoy it, and the house isn't as empty.
Hey, ask him if I can come.
Hey, you can keep Emily company babysitting at our house tonight.
He's very welcome. You can hold my wool for me, Alf. I'm knitting a cardigan.
Oh, blast it, I've just remembered I've got a committee meeting. I'm sorry I can't.
He's all talk, isn't he?
And not very flattering either. If he prefers a committee meeting to my company.
Indeed.
No, honestly, Emily, I do have a meeting.
Anyway, we know he's given his heart to another.
Hey, now.
Oh, well, another door closed. Bye.
Bye, Emily.
That was a bit naughty, you know, Deirdre.
Oh, she didn't know what I was talking about. She didn't know I meant.
No, but I did. And let me tell you once again, I am not carrying a torch for Rita Fairclough. Honestly, you just have to smile at a woman or be nice to a woman, and some people think you're a sex maniac.
Yes, Alf. Sorry, Alf.
Thank you, darling. You are a credit to your profession.
Thank you, Jack. But I'd be nowhere without you, love. I wouldn't have a job at all if it wasn't for work-shy boozers like yourself.
Ooh, that was nasty.
Never forgiven me for throwing her over, you know. Used to be violently in love with me.
Is that a fact?
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
I wouldn't know about that.
Being attractive to women, you know, can be dangerous as well as very pleasurable. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers, Cock.
Casting my bread on waters, you know, buying you this drink.
Oh, aye.
Look into the time when you're a big building tycoon, going everywhere by taxi. My taxi.
That'll be the day.
Hey, listen, there's a few in this town went to school with me, you know. First up, best dressed, you know what I mean? You want to see them now. Whiskey drinkers, big mercs, the lot.
Well, there's a fair bit of work about these days, but none of it seems to be coming my way. I'm just hoping this chapel roof job will get me a bit better known, like.
Well, that's the way, innit? I mean, first you do a good job, get your reputation, then you can start cutting corners, thinking about your profit, can't you?
I don't think that's my way, Cock.
Listen, kiddo, it's all about money. You want to have a word with some of my customers when they flash in the wallet, impressing the birds in the early hours.
Hi, lads. It's all fixed up. You can come round our place tonight.
Hey, that's great, Curly. Yeah, but what about this landlady of yours? I mean, she's a bit of a sourpuss, isn't she? I mean, she's even given me funny looks when I've tried to be matey.
Well, I don't think you're subtle enough for Mrs. Bishop, Terry.
Hey, what's it for, Ice?
No, I didn't mean... Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. She won't be there. She's going out.
Even better.
Well, not really. She's only going next door.
She won't hear what I'm hoping to do.
Ah, yeah. Well, that's another thing. I've not actually, well, told her that the girls are coming as well.
Why not? She knows you go out with girls, don't you? He's only been at it lately, Kev, since we put him onto the lovely Elaine, eh? Oh, that's true.
I don't know. I didn't tell her. Just never came up in conversation.
Anyway, yours a pint.
Right, come on then.
I was hoping you'd be in this dinner time, friend.
Listen, cash on the nail tonight, Frank Ladder. You can walk to your soiree.
Oh, no, that's understood. No, it's just that I've heard you're a bit of a stag, you know, that you know a few tasty birds.
You know, my reputation amazes me sometimes.
Yeah, well, I was wondering if you knew one who might like a night out. You know, it's this brewery dance. I mean, it's not rubbish, is it? Wouldn't want her to be rubbish either.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be doing you no favours, Frank, if I did find you a bird.
Of course you would, mate. And I wouldn't forget it in a hurry either. I mean, it's not a dairy I'm running here, is it, eh? Enough said.
Yeah, but if you took out a bird of mine, I mean, she'd be making comparisons all night, wouldn't you? Comparing you with me. And then she'd finish up all night being dead miserable. I've seen it happen. And there's only one thing worse than a miserable woman. Our Vera when she's laughing.
What you mean is, a night out with me and she'd think you were a pudding. Bet!
Yes?
I've got a job for you tonight.
Oh?
You're coming with me to this dance. Now, I'm not asking you. I'm ordering you as gaffer of this pub, so you got no choice, right?
All right, Mr. Harvey. Whatever you say.
See? It's the only way to be with women. Firm.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Is this Ken Barlow's office?
Yes.
I'm Christine Glover. Is Ken back yet?
Oh, no, he isn't.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, do you know how long he'll be?
No idea.
Will he be back before lunch?
Yeah, he might be.
I'll risk it and wait. Is it all right if I sit here?
Well, he's not sure to be back. Sometimes he goes home for his lunch.
I've nothing else to do. Oh, don't let me stop you from working.
One minute you're blazing mad at him, no wonder. I mean, he's treated you like muck, and the next minute you're meekly saying you'll go with him.
But what else can I do? I have to. Andy's the boss, Betty.
Oh, come off it. Whenever did you did what a fella told you to without an argument?
But I've no choice in the matter, have I? Mr. Harvey is my lord and master. Mrs. Walker says so. The brewery says so. Probably even God says so as well. Because he gave him wider shoulders than I have, and bigger feet than me. He's a tree to my tulip. Kismet, Betty love. Kismet.
What did she say? Oh, I don't know. Either she's going potty or she's up to something.
Right, I'm off. I'll see you tonight.
What time?
About 8. Hey, do the girls know where they're going?
They'll receive their instructions from me, personally, this afternoon.
What's the matter, Watsy? Afraid you're not going to get the chance to load a sexy Elaine up to your bedroom, are you?
Don't be daft. She wouldn't come.
Would she? Well, you never know. It might be just what she's been waiting for.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Rolling tonight. See you later, lads.
Yeah. We've got him going there, haven't I?
Don't take much.
Right, I'm off for my lunch now, Mrs. Glover. It's 1:45.
You go.
Oh, I can't leave you here on your own.
I'll be all right.
I'm sorry, I can't. Anyway, it doesn't look as if Mr. Barlow is coming back now. Right. I'm off. I must insist you leave, Mrs. Glover.
What harm am I doing sitting here?
But he's obviously not coming back.
You can trust me. I'm not going to walk off with your typewriter or anything.
Please, Mrs. Glover, I'm going to lock up now.
Hello, Ken.
Oh, hello.
I didn't think you were coming back.
I got delayed at the town hall.
I knew you'd be back.
Yes, well,
Well, where are you going for your lunch?
I thought the cosy kitchen.
Good idea.
Look, you've caught me at a bad time. I was hoping to have a quick lunch. And
I'll come to lunch with you.
Ah, yes, well, it's a business lunch, you see. I mean, we just talk about work all the time, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
I don't mind.
You go on, Sally, I'll catch you
No,
up.
it's all right.
No, you go on.
I don't think she likes me.
Now, look, Christine, I really haven't got the time.
I know you haven't. You're a busy person. And I'm very grateful for the time you've given me already. Very grateful. I don't know what I'd have done if you hadn't. Well, I'd probably be... wouldn't I?
Christine.
So come on, let's get busy, Mr. Barlow fed. Come to think of it, I'm pretty peckish too. What's the cosy kitchen like? I've never eaten there.
Thanks for letting me go early, Alf.
Oh, get off with you. Go make yourself gorgeous for the night. Anyway, when I want to wash my hair for a Parks and Cemeteries meeting, you can stand in for me.
I will, gladly.
Okay.
Ta-da, love.
Ta-da.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Hey, I tell you what, I could do with them earrings you're wearing for tonight.
Here, have them.
I was only joking.
Take them, I don't need them.
Well, thanks very much. I'll guard 'em with my life.
My pleasure.
Ta-ra.
Have a nice time.
Thanks, I will.
Well, Alf, what sort of a day have you had, eh? What's gone like hotcakes? Pan scrubbers at Farroot biscuits.
What's up with you? You've come back from that pub swearing. You seem in a good humour.
Fabulous.
Where have you been?
Any messages?
Only your wife making sure you know you're supposed to be going out tonight.
Last, I've got to collect my new suit yet. Look, and don't let me forget it.
Where did you get to at lunchtime?
Yeah, well, sorry about that, but she suddenly decided she preferred the wine bar.
What a cheek. After inviting herself along anyway.
Hey, how do you deal with someone like that?
You kick him up the backside, that's what I'd do.
She's like a limpet. You just can't shake her off. I even had to run her home afterwards. There's no way I could refuse.
Ken,
Yeah?
it's an old trick, you know. Crowding a fella. Never leaving them alone. Always hanging around. And it can work too. Sometimes, well, with men who are too nice to tell them to get lost.
Oh, don't worry. It's the last time I have any contact with Mrs. Glover. I'm not in if she phones, and I've got an urgent appointment with the mayor if she calls. So anyway, cut her out completely.
Hello, girls.
Hiya.
Come in.
Hi.
Hiya. 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 They're here, Kev.
Hold on.
Hey, but where's Terry?
Well, he's just dipped down the corner shop.
Yeah, for a few drinks, you know.
I'll be more than a few if I know him.
Sit down, Elaine. There on the settee. It's very,
Does it really matter where I sit?
No, no.
That's the Thompson twins, isn't it? I don't like them.
Oh, I've got plenty more tapes.
Hey, who's made all this lovely growth?
Me, of course. One of me many talents.
Oh, you do tell lies, Kevin Webster.
Are you not sure Terry's not gone down to the pub? I know what he's like.
No, he hasn't.
Well, this is nice.
I wanted to go to pictures. Scarface is on.
Too right, some funny pictures, you and him. It's dead violent, is that?
I like Al Pacino.
Love him. Really love him, don't I, Kev?
Do you?
Come and dance, Kev. It's all right if we dance, is it?
Oh, as long as we do it quietly.
Why do we have to be quiet?
Well, the lady who owns the house, my landlady, well, she's only next door.
Now he tells us.
Well, it doesn't mean we can't have a good time.
I wish I'd gone to pictures.
Well, if it's not Charles and Diana. Good evening, Your Majesty.
Thank you, Alice. Deirdre, you look terrific. Look, ain't you, Cat? Really lovely.
I wish I were by myself.
Oh, no, you look terrific as well, lovely.
Listen, the two of them, I prefer taking him.
Oh, no, thanks. We'll probably have more than enough later on.
Hey, some people have all the luck, don't they? Fancy going to a do run by the brewery. Paradise, that is.
Is Mr. Harvey ready?
He's been ready for hours, lovely.
Oh, it's more than I can say for my husband. He was only late home from work tonight.
Busy at the office.
A likely story.
Here's the MC now.
Are we ready then, folks?
Absolutely.
Right, come on, Jack Duckworth. Let's go and pick up Bet. The sooner we get going, the sooner I get on the floor.
Is Bet coming?
Yeah, did you know?
Oh, she never mentioned it when I saw her this afternoon.
I didn't know neither.
See you, girls. Don't wait up for me.
You've got to hope.
Ta-ra.
Enjoy yourselves. Ta-da, love.
Hello, Mr. Harvey. Just off, are we? Come on then, Jack. Get this clapped out taxi of yours moving.
Is this your idea of a joke, darling?
A joke? I'm here to go to this dance with you, Mr. Harvey, just like you said I had to.
You're not even worth thumping. You are pathetic.
Hey, what you playing at?
Just striking a blow for all the women that men think they can use as toys when it's convenient, eh, Kath? Dead right, kid. But I am sorry if I got your night off to a bad start.
I'm just amazed.
Yeah, well, I think we better go before you turn into a pumpkin.
I think we better add. Try luck.
I'm just trying to decide whether this get-up's an improvement.
On your back, Duckworth, before I think up something for you like a broken arm.
Hey, old Frank don't want to dance with me.
Oh, bet.
Here, you're a caution, aren't you?
Oh. Drinks all round? On me.
Thinks you're horrible.
Terry. No. Look, there's going to be no left of that here.
Oh, look, why don't we go upstairs?
No, I can't stand heights. Don't, stop it. Terry, stop it.
Do you believe in life after death?
You mean like now?
You know what I think?
No. Well, go on then. What do you think?
I've forgotten. I had a very smart theory on life after death. Well, I could remember it.
Well, don't bother. What are you doing?
Putting my arm around you.
Well, go on then, kiss me.
Can I?
That's what all this has been leading up to, isn't it? God, that boy's predictable.
You turn the light on.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Bishop.
Can I see you in the hall, please, Norman?
Certainly. Someone turn the music off.
Was that his...
Yeah.
She doesn't look very pleased, does she? What do you wonder?
I came to ask you to turn the music down. Tracy can't get to sleep. I didn't expect to find what I found, Norman. There was no mention of any girls coming here, as I recall.
I'm
so I
sorry,
can only conclude that you didn't mention them for reasons which are all too plain. You've betrayed my trust, Norman.
Mrs. Bishop,
And now will you kindly ask your friends to leave my house? And from the look of you, you've had far too much to drink.
Oh, hell.
Not knowing anybody there, but it was quite nice not having to make polite conversation. Meant we could just do his own thing.
She looked beautiful. You should have seen her.
I did. She did.
Oh.
That's 2 tins of...
Prunes.
Prunes. Sorry we were so late back, though.
I was quite happy dozing on your settee. It wouldn't have worried me if you'd stayed out all night.
Well, it would have worried me.
We've only got small jars of pickled beetroot.
Oh, well, small then, please. No, it was earlier on that I had my work cut out.
What, with Tracy?
Oh, no, she was as good as gold. Though Norman had brought some of his friends back to my house, and they were making such a terrible din that I had to pop round, and, well, I wasn't very pleased by what I found.
What?
They haven't done any damage, have they?
Morning, campers.
Morning. Oh, there was no damage as such, no, but it was just they'd brought some girls back with them, and, well, I didn't feel like inquiring too closely about what they were getting up to.
Who's this, and can anybody join in? £1.12.
Oh, just Norman and some of his friends.
Being physical with her. So what did you do?
Just told them it was time they were getting home.
Oh, you should have rung Sunday papers, love. You could have made a lot of money out of that. Deirdre, I'm forgetting. How did Fat Frank get on at the Newton and Ridley do?
Well, he seemed to be enjoying himself from what I could see.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You didn't notice him disgracing himself, did you?
Not when I left, no.
It sounds like he missed a right good do.
Very likely. I've been missing him all my life. Why should last night be any different?
Slice white.
Perhaps I did rather overreact.
Hey, it's your house, love.
Oh, I know. I must have seemed such an old fuddy-duddy.
Are you sorry that this is your last day? You know, come on, tell the truth.
Well, I am, actually. I mean, there's never a dull moment here, is there?
I wouldn't say that, lover.
Well, there haven't been this week.
No, I tell you what it is, though. Things are a lot different, you know, Mrs. Walker. She's the licensee.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's got sort of, you know, a calming effect. Things are a lot less hectic with her around.
Oh, I hear ya.
Oh, yeah.
Morning, Beth.
Morning, love.
Do you want a cup of tea, kid?
Go on, cock. So, where's Prince Charming, then?
Not showed his face yet.
Oh, so we don't know who went on? Whether he found his Cinderella and got left with a glass welly?
There's one thing we do know, lovey. There's your tea.
Tell 'em.
Somebody is going to have to start shifting crates in the not too distant future. And by the looks of the things, it's going to be us.
Hey, I'll give him a yodel. Come on, Rip Van Twinkle-Toes, let's be having you.
No, it's quite a different atmosphere when Mr. Walker's around. It's awful.
They've played the last waltz. The party's over.
Hey, I never heard a thing.
Look, I know it might sound a bit daft, but do we know that he ever got back last night?
You mean he might be lying in a gutter somewhere, swollen with free booze?
Well.
I never heard a thing, not a footfall, nothing.
Well, somebody had better go and have a look then.
Yeah.
Betty?
Why me?
Well, I mean, you are the oldest. You've been married and all that.
You're coming with me then?
Go on, but don't leave us on my own.
I won't, shut up.
I don't suppose you want me to come with you as well, do you?
Well, that depends, Kath, on what you've been vaccinated against.
Well, there's somebody up there.
We asked the gods for a sign.
And they gave us one.
Well, I'm glad you've got a hangover. Serves you right for enjoying yourself.
I haven't got a hangover.
Well, that's the 4th cup of coffee since you come in this morning.
I like it. Anyway, I'm off to try and sort this precinct thing out now.
Yeah, fresh air will do you good.
I reckon we'll need at least 10 people to come in on the advertising, if it's going to be worthwhile.
Yeah. Oh, and if that Mrs. who...
Was it Glover?
Who else?
Well, fingers crossed you won't.
You said that before.
Yes, but I hope after yesterday, I mean, I've made it as plain as I could that I can't help her anymore, and I don't want her hanging around here.
Oh, well, that's that then.
Yeah,
And when she does ring, I promise not to tell her where you've gone.
you'd better not. Come in.
This is where you're hiding then, is it?
Is it me you want, or,
I want to put an ad in your paper.
Oh, right. Well, can I leave you with Sally, then?
Oh, yeah.
Good, only I've got somewhere else to get off to. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Like I said, I want to put an ad in.
It'll be in next week's edition, because you're too late for this. Is that all right?
Oh, that's grand, that. I've got a fair-sized roofing job that's going to keep me going for a couple of weeks. It's for when that's over that I'm thinking about.
Mrs. Bishop?
Dear, come in.
I can't stop long. I just thought I'd better come back and explain about last night. Well, look, I'm sorry. And what do you want me to do?
Do?
Well, do you want me to go or what?
Oh, goodness me, no. Whatever gave you that idea?
Well, I did abuse your hospitality. It must have looked like a Roman orgy in here.
But I've always said you could bring people back. I'm sorry I reacted as I did. I was taken by surprise, that was all.
They were girls,
Yes,
though.
but I've no objection to girls as such. I only came round because the music was so loud.
Well, there's only Terry and Kevin and Terry's girl and Kevin's girl and well, my girl. Her name's Elaine. I'll introduce you sometime.
Well, I would like you to feel that you can still bring people round. And I do promise not to be so taken by surprise another time.
Oh, great. But I'll have to go. Oh, by the way, I won't be in for me dinner. I said I'd meet me mates.
And I won't be in for tea, so I'll leave you something cold in the kitchen, shall I?
Yes, please.
And Norman,
Yeah?
you used the phrase Roman orgy, but you didn't actually mean...
No, not like a real one. Not me and Elaine, anyway. Ta-da.
Ah.
Mr. Barlow isn't in.
Oh, it's all right. I'll wait.
No, he won't be back for quite some time, so I don't think there's any point in waiting.
I'm sure Ken would want me to.
I don't think he would.
Oh, you don't?
He doesn't like people waiting in the office.
Where's he gone?
I don't know.
I see. Right. Well.
To be honest, Mrs. Glover, I don't think Mr. Barlow was expecting to see you again.
You don't think? You don't think? Isn't he allowed even to think for himself? No, I'll bet he isn't.
Hey, up. Come
the workers here.
Hello, Kev.
All right.
You like the gear, Kev?
Yeah, designer overalls, these, you know.
Tell you what, Kev, get yourself a drink, eh?
Yeah, well, do you want out?
No, I'm all right, thanks, Kev.
Yes, young man. Oh, is this an invasion or what?
Eh?
You normally have to show your pension book to get in here.
I'd throw them all out. We used to be a respectable watering hole, did this.
Hey, it's to get away from people like you that we've come in here.
Ain't no one's going to buy you a drink at all.
Yeah.
Do you know, I wish I'd never asked. What were it you wanted, love?
A brown ale and a portion of meat and take pie, please.
I'm sorry, love, no brown ales. The chap that should ump 'em up from the cellar hasn't managed to ump himself out of bed yet.
Oh, half a bitter then.
Half a bitter. Yeah, love it.
Hey, Carl, that was lovely.
And another for one of the teeny boppers in the snug.
Oh, right. Oh, good morning. Or good afternoon, should I say.
Is it? Yeah.
Did you have a nice time?
Oh, very nice, yeah.
Yes.
We didn't wake you up with us talking, did we?
I've been up for a while, I just didn't feel like coming down, that's all.
Well, now you're here, we want some light ales, brown ales and mixers from the cellar.
All in good time.
Oh, best cure for hangover, 2 pints of bitter rapid. It's only dehydration, you know.
Here, stick your gob under the pump.
Just for the record, I happen to be feeling perfectly all right. Just got a bit of a headache, that's all. Bet, love, does Mrs. Walker keep any paracetamol anywhere?
She does, yeah.
Where?
I'm not telling you. That's 65 altogether, love, and your pie's on its way.
Yeah, thanks.
Hiya. Hey, been looking for new digs today, have you, Curly? No? After last night, you mean? Nah, Mrs. Bishop didn't really mind.
She's a funny way of showing it. She has.
Right, anyone want a drink?
No, thanks.
Yeah, I'll have half a bitter and you want one as well, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I'll have a lager.
Half a bitter lager.
Oh, yeah. Go on, then. Lager.
Why, I've got this great idea for us all. I mean, if you like it, that we can do on bank holiday.
What is it?
Well, this mate of mine, well, he's more of a mate of a mate, actually. Well, he's got his cabin cruiser on the canal.
What kind of do was it, anyway? Everybody that come out of there was stoned out of their mind. Even the Lady Mayoress had to be shown to that fancy car of hers.
Oh, it was fantastic, I mean, all you could drink, anything you wanted.
You had your fair share.
Yeah, well, I tell you what it was, of course. I mean, I'm not generally a big drinker, but I was there on my own, right?
After bet through a wobbly, you mean?
Yeah, so, of course, I did a recce, see if there were any unattached ladies who might welcome a bit of company.
Yeah?
None.
No.
Even the waitresses were singularly unapproachable.
Oh, Jelly, they're the best bet at them kind of dues, aren't they, waitresses?
Not these. I think they were a job lot from a convent. So, of course, there I was. All night before me, a free bar, and nothing to do but drown my sorrows.
What do you think, then? Yeah, sounds a great idea to me. Done it to you, eh?
Yeah.
Right, but hang on, he says this is only for Lane'll come, right?
Oh, yeah, otherwise I'll be on my own, won't I?
Could take that Mrs. Bishop.
Oh, yeah. And you've got an note today, yeah?
Yeah, I've got to ring him.
Oh, we could go round and ask her this, couldn't we? What? Mrs. Bishop? Delay, you daft thing.
OK, so listen, you two are going to go and see Elaine, right?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we all meet back here at tea time? Right. And we can sort out what we're going to do from there, OK?
Right, yeah. Good idea.
Oh, I don't think there's anybody at home.
I've got the right house for Ken Barlow, though, have I?
Oh, yes. Mrs. Barlow works in the shop on the corner.
Oh, it's all right, thanks.
Should only be about 20 minutes, love.
I'll be as long as you like.
Only I said I'd go have a look at this damp they're supposed to be having.
And they won't vote for you if you don't.
Now. Oh, sorry. After you, love.
Thank you.
Ta-ra.
Bye, Al. Yes, love.
Oh, back to biscuits. You must be Deirdre. I'm Christine Glover, Ken's friend.
I'm sorry,
He's told me all about you.
It's Christine.
Christine Glover. Can you give him a message? Because I don't know where to find him, do you?
Not right now, no.
Can you just tell him that I've decided to take his advice and to have the baby? Unless it's too much trouble.
No.
He'll be pleased.
Will he?
Yes.
Hello. Ah.
I just wanted a word.
Oh, well,
I'll make us all some tea, shall I?
yeah, thanks, Ellie.
Ta.
the matter, is it?
Message from Christine Glover. She says she's decided to take your advice and have the baby after all. Over and out. And I do mean out. She didn't even take her biscuits.
Oh, no.
Oh, you do know her then?
I do, yeah.
Well, I wish I did.
She's a woman that's been pestering me. She wrote to the advice column and then she started turning up here. But how, I mean, you've seen her?
Yes, she came into the shop. She started off all pally, as if I was bound to know all about her, and said that.
I'm sorry, love. It's just that, well, she's in a bit of a state, to tell you the truth.
Well, she seemed to know more about me than I know about her, any Rod.
Yeah, well, she probably picked out your name while I was talking. She's got a way of insinuating herself. You accept a cup of tea and suddenly you're a lifelong friend.
You've been to her house, then?
Yes, once. She, more or less threatened suicide if I didn't.
What's the matter with her?
Well, her husband's abroad and she's had an affair and got herself pregnant. And now she doesn't know whether to tell her husband or what she should do.
And you've been advising her?
I've been trying to avoid having to.
I just don't understand why you never mentioned it. I mean, I felt such a fool standing there with her going on and... Oh, no.
I didn't want to involve you.
You didn't mention it because what she'd done was too like what happened with me and Mike Baldwin, right?
Probably had something to do with it, yeah.
I'll bet it did.
Look, I didn't see any
Oh, for
point.
God's sake, Ken, is that still in your mind? It's over a year ago now. Aren't you ever going to let it drop?
Oh, please.
It's pathetic.
It was to avoid all this that I didn't mention it. Can't you see that?
No, I can't. No. All I can see is that I'm never going to be forgiven for what happened with me and Baldwin. You're going to hold it against me till the day I die. Bash Street kids are back again.
So what are we going to tell him? Well, that she'll go.
Well, we'll have to, won't we? Else there's none of us going.
But she didn't sound right keen. I mean, suppose she just don't turn up.
Well, then we'll have to say she must have changed her mind. It'll be too late for him to change his then, though, won't it?
Oh, you are rotten.
Hey, you know what he needs? That curly.
Yeah, an head transplant.
An haircut.
You're always wanting to cut folks' hair, you.
Well, I'm an hairdresser, aren't I?
Yeah, what's...
Can we offer you anything from our wide selection of beers, wines and spirits?
No, I don't want out time.
Just a Coke, please.
And 3 straws?
Get her.
He'd suit him a week, wouldn't he? Else spiky. It could get spiky with his hair.
No, he said we could have it, no problem.
Hey, great. Did you hear that, Dad?
What?
We're going sailing on the canals on Monday.
Canal, eh? You best take a good compass with you and soon get lost on there, you know.
Coming in or what?
Yeah, I'm going in there. OK.
Aye. See that? Won't even stand at the bar with me.
Oh, well, never mind.
Mind, I'm very pleased. It means he's have to buy his own for a change.
Now, is Elaine definitely coming?
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
I'll tell you something else. She said no.
What?
Oh, it was confidential, really. We're not supposed to tell you, are we?
No.
Oh, come on, you've got to tell me now.
Well, it's about your hair.
Another brief visit, is it? Half an hour spent supping liver salts and then straight back in your pit?
Oh, very amusing. No, I think I'm over that touch of little indigestion I had earlier on, thank you very much. I should be pulling me weight, don't worry.
Oh, it's not your weight. It's the weight of them crates I'm worried about. Them down in cellar that should be up here.
I'm aware of that. Don't worry. All will be seen to.
Hello, Mr. Roberts.
Oh, hello, lad. Just wondering what this lot's up to. I believe there was some shenanigans down at Emily Bishop's last night.
Be my son up to his evil ways.
Oh, well, I don't know which one
Are
it
you having
was.
a pint?
Oh, thanks very much.
The only trouble is with youngsters these days, they've a damn sight more life left in them than we have, and it scares us to see it.
Ah, yeah, but...
I remember my old man thinking the end of the world had come. Do you know why? He'd just seen me my first pair of winkle pickers.
Winkle pickers, oh, I remember them, aye.
How are you going to do him? A Kevin Turvey? He'd suit a Kevin Turvey.
Or a Duncan, could you? No, I haven't like decided yet.
What did Elaine exactly say?
Oh, just that she'd like you better with something more modern, more stylish, you know.
I could have a side parting.
We'll give you a side parting, all right. Oh, it's just colour I can't make my mind up about now.
Maybe we could get together again sometime, eh? I mean, we do have a lot in common.
Oh, aye. And what's that?
Well, both of us are not going to be stuck in this hole for the rest of our lives, are we?
Well, I don't know about you, Frank, but I've enjoyed working here. Enjoyed working with Bet and Betty, that is. Which reminds me, we've left Bet out there all on her own, haven't we?
Hey, hang on. Forget about work for a minute, will you? I mean socially. You and me getting together.
Oh, you mean next Newton and Ridley dance? Oh, I can't think that far ahead, Frank. I mean, we might all be dead by then, mightn't we?
Did he propose?
Oh, yeah, but it weren't marriage.
I didn't think it would be.
Pint freeze, Bert. Can I get you another?
No, thanks, Square. You wouldn't tempt a fella to spend his time in pubs when his little lad didn't have a crust to chew on, now would you?
Not really, no.
No, well, we'll see what the little lad's doing, shall we? Kevin! I'm off. Do you want a lift?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Some other time.
Yeah.
See ya.
How's the family, Kenneth?
Oh, fine, thanks. Fine.
And did your good lady wife enjoy herself last night?
They seem to, yeah.
Why, did she leave you and take up with somebody else then, eh? 60.
Oh, this is where they meant.
What are you doing here?
Jill and Mandy came to see me this afternoon to see if I wanted to go on that boat thing with Curly.
Yeah?
And I said I weren't sure. But then I thought about it afterwards, and now I am.
So you want to go?
No.
Oh, flaming Nora.
So I thought least I could do was come and tell Curly myself, because I don't think it's fair to lead him on, do you?
Well, he's not here anyway.
Where is he, do you know?
No idea.
There you go. Your own mum wouldn't recognise you now.
I'm not sure I do.
Looking a bit brighter than you did this afternoon.
Oh, yeah. I did have a bit of hangover, I must admit. Took some shaking off and all.
Oh, they do, don't they? I mean, folk don't realise how many types of different hangover you can get. There's your thick head you can get with bitter, lager, scotch. Then you've got your brandy. I mean, you can sup a bucket full of brandy and wake up the next morning and think you've got away with it. And about 2 hours later, wham, you think you're dying.
That's it. I ended up on brandy last night.
Hey, I'll tell you one to avoid, lads.
Now, what's that?
Brandy with a cider chaser. You spend a night on them and you wake up with steam coming out your ears.
Ken,
Oh, hello.
it's all right. It's just Statham rang. I thought I'd tell you before I forgot. He says it's all right for tomorrow.
Ah, yeah, thanks.
You going to stay in here all night?
Thought you might prefer it if I did.
No. Finish your drink, though. We'll have plenty of time to talk.
So you'll tell him then, will you?
Yeah.
Because I can't stop in here any longer, and if you don't know when he's coming in...
I'll tell him.
I mean, it's not that I don't like him. It's just that... Well, I like to have a good time when I go out. Oh,
flipping heck.
Hello, Elaine.
Oh, Curly. Hiya.
She's come to tell him herself.
Oh, has she?
Tell me what herself.
Well, it's about this boat trip on Monday.
Oh, hang on, I've got a surprise for you.
You shut up, will you?
What have you done that for?
Because of what you said. I know that Jill wasn't supposed to tell me, but I think you're right. I think it's time I did change my image.
Well, look, it'll wash out.
So what are you going to tell me about Monday?
Well... Well, really, just that I'll go.
Great! I thought you was just
I
telling
said
me...
I'll go, right? That's what you all wanted, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, who wants a drink then? Usual, please, Curly. Right.
Have you been in an accident?
Oh, come on, Bet. It's an improvement.
On what? Shingles?
You know what we're doing on Monday? We're going on the canal sailing.
Well, if your sailing is out like your haircut, I'd check your life belts before you set off. Sarah, there's somebody at the door.
Okay. Hiya, come in.
Hello.
How are you, love? All set for your day out, are you then?
More or less. I just didn't know what to wear, really. What do you reckon, Terry?
Yeah, you look all right.
Thanks for the enthusiasm.
Sooner you than me, love. Messing about in a canal, well, it's not my idea of fun.
Oh, it'll be a laugh, won't it? Be different anyway.
How are we supposed to be getting to this canal, anyway?
The old man's supposed to be running us out in his cab, if we can get him out of his pit.
Do you know I've been shouting him for the last half hour? Jack! Get yourself down here, else be up them stairs with a wet dishcloth.
All right. Where's the flaming fire? Hello, darling.
Hello. Look, shift yourself. Arthur and his mates want to be off.
Ooh, the things I'd do for this lad. You wouldn't think I was old enough to do this idle layabouts, father, would you, kid?
You needn't stir yourself. You can go and crawl back in your pit if you want. Just give us the car keys.
You what? Trust you with the keys to my livelihood? I should coke up.
You'll not be using it today. You're not working, are you?
Hey, I'm working a bank holiday. Natalie's got all in his ear.
But the insurance doesn't cover you for driving it, big mouth. And don't worry, I'll get you there, just like pushing a pram load of kids round the park. You know, what you see in him, darling, I will never know, unless you think he's a chip off the old block.
There you are, Arthur. There's your butties. Cheese and pickles. How does that suit you?
Yeah, OK.
You say you get no enthusiasm for Arthur, eh? If he takes after his father, well, there's only one thing he'll be enthusiastic about, and that's some war off.
Is something wrong?
It's my hair.
What's wrong with it?
What's right with it?
Oh, I think it looks quite nice. In its own way.
I must have been mad to let Jill mess about with it.
Well, she is a trained hairdresser.
And Lane didn't like it as soon as she saw it.
Did she say so?
Didn't have to.
You know, Norman, not every girl thinks a man's looks are all important. It's other things that really count, like his character.
It's that bad, is it?
No. Oh, Norman, you've taken what I'm saying all wrong. I'm only trying to tell you not to worry about your looks because you don't need to. You're a very nice boy, and if Elaine's a sensible girl, she knows that, and she'll think herself very lucky that you're interested.
I don't think Elaine is a sensible girl. And if she was, I don't think I'd fancy her.
Oh, yes, that'll be your friends. Oh,
Morning. Now then, curly top.
Where's Elaine? Isn't she with you?
Well, she said she tried to get here.
What do you mean, tried?
Well, that's what she said on the phone last night, didn't she, Kev? She said she tried to get here.
Oh, she's not coming.
Oh, come on, Curly. Are you fit? All set for zooming about on the old canal?
Oh, I suppose so. Great outing this is gonna be.
Do you think you'll be all right in those shoes? I would have thought Wellingtons...
Wellies? I haven't got any wellies. I threw them away when I left infant school.
I told her those shoes was hopeless, but they won't listen to reason, women. Hey, Curly.
How the hell would I know?
Open a book for us, Dad. Right. Where's your pals then? We'll be over at Shirley's Digs. Blow your horn, will you? Come on!
All right.
Hey, well, where's Elaine?
She's not shown up. Don't know whether she's coming or not.
Well, we better hang on a few minutes.
Oh, great, you dragged me out of my pit so I can hang about, eh?
We can make a move if you want, Mr. Duckworth.
Take no notice, lad. It's them just being miserable.
Well, there's no point hanging about, is there?
It's going to be bad enough getting this lot in as it is. I'm not supposed to carry bus loads, you know.
Oh, stop moaning.
Let's get in anyway. Come on, girls. You'll have to sit on our knees in the back.
Oh, we could get in the front and they could get in the back, Teddy.
Oh, give your brains a rest, Curly. Come on, Monday.
Hey, come on, sunshine. You get in the front with me. You can navigate.
Hey, Curly, here's your girlfriend.
I didn't think you were coming.
I said I'd try. I told Mandy to tell you. Didn't you tell him?
Yeah, of course I did.
You weren't going to wait, were you?
Yeah, of course we were, honest.
Come on, pile in. Pile in. All right. And hold tight. And if we see any panda cars, I want you lot to hang free like a load of frozen turkeys.
Anyway, enjoy yourselves. Don't do what I want to do. That gives you plenty of scope, doesn't it? See ya.
See ya, Mum.
Ta-ra! Ta-ra!
There you go, Puss. I take it you're not going for the day out?
No fear. Bank holidays at home for yours truly. I've never been on to plot with the herd. On your own today, are you? Yeah. You'll be struggling a bit if you get busy.
Oh, you're volunteering to pull a few pints if I need you?
Well, I consider a fair offer, certainly.
Oh, bear you in mind. But you'll need a low-cut dress and a flash pair of earrings.
Morning. 2 bottles of lager and a large bottle of lemonade, please, Frank, to take out. Oh, and 2 packets of crisps. No, make it 3.
You're going on an outing.
Guilty.
Where to?
Tatton Park.
Oh, yeah, never been there. Do they have a fair or what?
No, they hold the Cheshire Show there sometime. No, it's the gardens we're going to see. I'm hoping they'll be sprouting nicely by now. Oh, go on then. While I'm here, I'll have a half a beer.
Oh, right.
Have enough? Not very much.
Yes, I could do with an outing. You know, just fancy a trip. Fishing. Something on the water.
Yeah.
Let me late.
The boat's just down here.
Oh, can I drive?
Yeah, everyone can have a go.
There you go, Dad. Hey, I tell you, what about a pound for some petrol? You know, cars don't run on thank yous, not that I've heard any.
Thank you, Daddy, for running us out here.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mr. Duckworth.
Look, a pleasure, darling. You can ride in my car for now, any time. Come on, Terry, I'm quick for juice.
Tell you what, Dad, call it my Christmas present for last year, eh? Thanks, Dad. Just what I've always wanted.
I hope you don't think I'm coming back here tonight to pick you up, because I'm not, you mingy crow. Hope you're an iceberg. Up a shark gets you.
Yeah. Yeah, hang on a minute. I didn't quite catch the doctor's name. Maxwell. Right. Can you tell me what it's for? I mean, what do they want him for? Yes, of course I'll tell him. Bye.
Here we are. Explorer's Supplies. Where's Tracy?
She's out playing.
Something wrong?
Yes.
Oh? What is it?
Well, you tell me. I've just had a phone call from the sister at Weatherfield General. It was you they wanted. It's that flaming Mrs. Glover again.
Oh. What's happened? What's she done?
I don't know, and I don't think I care much either. Anyway, Dr. Maxwell wants you to get around there as soon as you can.
Me? What for?
Well, that's what I said, but apparently this sister says this Dr. Maxwell says you can help him.
I don't understand this. Didn't she say why Mrs. Glover was there?
You know exactly what I know. I've just told you what she told me.
I'll have to go. I don't want to, but I'll have to.
What about our day out?
We'll go. I'll get back as fast as I can, but I have to go, Deirdre. You do understand that, don't you?
Okay, here we go.
Hang on, we're still tied up.
Well, get it unfastened then. Oh, come on, Terry. Let's have a bit of nautical. None of your sharp end and blunt end stuff. You don't untie a boat. You cast off.
Careful over that slitting matting to cast off.
Ha-ha, me hearties.
Cast off then, Curly.
Ha-ha, me hearties, hard you lad. Hard port, Mr. Christian. This day England expects every man to do his duty. Flaming fox, Shirley. Full steam ahead.
Bit boring, this, isn't it?
Do you want to turn the steering?
I've had one.
Well, I've had enough of this now. Someone else can drive.
For goodness sake.
Elaine,
What?
would you like a go at steering?
No.
It's dead easy, I'll show you.
What is there to show?
Thanks very much indeed.
Here's a pipe, Frank, one.
Hiya.
Hey, Bill, is that your scaffolding up in Maudsley Street by the chapel there?
That's right, yeah.
Hey, it's a good touch for you, that, isn't it? Hey, that chapel roof.
Nearest I'll get to heaven, I dare say.
Nearer than me, pal.
Are you having one?
Yeah, I'll have half with it,
Bit quiet in here today, eh?
Yeah, they're all playing away.
Give me the pint there, Frank, lad.
Oh, you got 'em off then, did you?
Certainly I did.
Right, I'll have a bottle longer here, Frank, love, and
Okay.
who's paying?
No wonder Howard, lads, all bring me, fetch me, carry me, he gets it off you.
So what are me and you going to do today, then, eh?
Well, I'm taking out Vera, but I'm skint, look.
Well, don't look at me, I've not to spend.
Cheers.
So it's just as well that you can enjoy yourself without spending a lot of money, isn't it?
I don't get you.
Oh, don't you? You know what I was talking about 20 years ago?
If I'd been that clever 20 years ago, I wouldn't be stood here now, would I?
Yeah, you know what we're talking about 10 years ago, and I'll come to think of it. It was you that tried to get after it to go to Sunday school on Sunday afternoon, wasn't it? And you an heathen.
Well, you're going back a bit now, love, aren't you?
Look, why don't we have a quiet afternoon in house on a own, me and you, eh?
Oh, come on, Vera. It's holiday, day of rest.
You'll be all right.
All right, then. If you make us some chips first.
Oh, you're a right romantic swan, you are.
Hey, we're coming to a lock.
Oh, brilliant. Magic. It's cold, isn't it?
I can warm you up a bit.
And it's going to rain any minute.
Let's go in a cabin for a bit.
What, eh, Terry? Hey?
Oh, you're dead kind of you, Kevin.
No, I'm not. Rhymes old, doesn't it?
Come on, let's go in a cabin.
I've been in the cabin.
Not with me, you've not.
There's a funny smell in that cabin.
Yes, there is.
And I'm not going in there.
Land ahoy!
Come back,
So hark at short Joyce.
Size up, Kev.
Okay.
I tell you what, girls, if you're cold, I know something that's going to warm you up. You've got to go through the lock, and you have to open the gates, and it's dead hard work. And then you have to close it behind you again and do the same at the other end.
Oh, I'm not doing any of that.
And I'm not.
Hey, I think there's a pub there. A pub?
Oh, great.
Can't tell for sure, but I think it is. I mean, there's a few cars there.
Hey, there's a road up there. I just saw a bus go past.
Come on. If it is a pub, it's a fair bet it's called the Navigation. There's a lot of canal pubs called the Navigation. You see, the blokes who dug the canals, they were called navigators. And that's how we get the word navvy.
OK, let's go. Come on.
Oh, I think some of us should stay here.
What for?
Well, to look after the boat.
Don't be daft. Who's going to pinch it? Anyway, where would they take the flipping thing?
Well, I promised Harry I wouldn't leave it unattended. You know, in case of hooligans. Don't you go, Kev?
Kevin, what you doing?
OK. See you later, then, mate.
Yeah, see you later.
Yeah, see you later. I'll take the boat through the lock myself. It'll save time later.
I'm just shutting, love.
Well, I'm glad I've caught you. I want a tin of salmon.
Oh, yeah, come on then.
I thought I'd leave some sandwiches for Norman coming home. He'd probably be glad of something.
Hey, he's had a chilly day for a canal trip, hasn't he?
Yes, but I don't think young people bother about the weather, do they? You know, I like to see him going out with a bunch his own age. It's good for him. I always used to think he spent too much time on his own.
Stop moaning me. He's getting on me nerves. It's all afternoon in the pub. Oh, no. Ollie. Ahoy there, Captain Birdseye! Yeah, Curly. Yo, ho, ho, and a bottle of beer.
Had to fight off any hooligans, have you?
No.
Should have come with us, mate. Great little boozer.
Yeah, that's why you've been so long.
That Space Invaders, it were great. Oh, look, it's starting to rain, Terry.
Oh, we'll be all right in a cabin.
Kevin and Mandy had a row. About you?
About me?
Yeah, Kevin kept sticking up for you.
Oh.
Why?
Hey, Kev, have you got a bottle opener?
Oh, sorry, mate. I never thought.
Do you know, I thought you would have had one of them. I would have thought you'd have a knife with all the attachments, you know.
Well, I haven't.
Give it here. Here. OK, then. What's the plan?
Well, I reckon we've got about 3 hours of daylight left. I reckon we should go on for about 40 minutes and then we should turn back.
Do we have to go back the way we've come?
Yeah, of course we do.
Well, I was only asking. Great. We'll be seeing the same scenery twice. It wasn't worth looking at once.
Oh, Kevin!
What's up?
I've studied something. It's gone all over my shoes.
I told you not to come in them shoes.
I'm sorry I come at all. I'm going home.
Oh, Mandy, don't be daft.
I'm going to get a bus. We go past the pub, they go to Manchester.
Well, if she's going, I'm going.
Oh, flaming Nora.
Well, she's my friend. Any road, I'm fed up and all. Well, wait for me, because if you're going, then I'm
Oh, hang on. We can all go back on the boat.
Look, we best go with them. Dump the boat here, your pal won't mind.
No, I can't. Look, you go back, I'll take the boat back.
Mandy, hang on a minute. All by yourself, you mean?
I can if I have to.
I tell you what, Curly, we'll see you in the Rovers, right? You're on a pint.
Hang on, Jill.
You'll be all right, Curly.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I know, and I'm sorry. I know I've been a long time.
We've been sat here like a couple of duck eggs.
Well, I just couldn't get back any sooner.
Was she there then, Mrs. Glover?
Oh, she was there all right, in the psychiatric ward.
Well, what was it? I mean, had she tried to do something?
Hurt herself, you mean? Yeah, that's the first thing that occurred to me, too. No, it wasn't anything like that. Apparently, she'd been to see a local doctor, a local GP, and she told him she was worried about the baby, said she hadn't felt it moving for a while, something like that.
Oh, no, don't tell me she's lost the baby.
Wait. The reason her GP sent her to the psychiatric lot is because she isn't having a baby.
What, you mean it was all in her mind, like a delusion?
Not exactly.
Well, come on, either it was or it wasn't.
No, it all happened. She did get pregnant by another man while her husband was abroad, but it all happened 3 years ago. She had the baby, she lost it. She lost her husband too when he found out, but that all happened 3 years ago.
Oh, my God, that's awful.
So that's why she's in a psychiatric ward, and likely to be there for some time, I gather.
Poor woman. I still don't understand why you had to be there. I mean, what could you do?
Well, apparently she kept mentioning me, and you too. She said that we were her only friends.
We're not. I've only seen her the once.
Yeah, well, the top and the bottom of it is she hasn't got any friends, has she? Anyway, it wasn't her who wanted to talk to me. It was the doctor. Wanted to know if I could shed any light on her life recently.
I see.
Oh, I don't know. I find it so depressing. Try to help her.
Well, you couldn't, love. It's no good blaming yourself. You did everything you could.
I know. And it wasn't a blind bit of use. That's what's so utterly depressing.
What's up? I thought you were getting the bus.
Yeah, well, the others out. I thought I'd come back with you. It seemed a bit rotten leaving you on your own.
Great. Terrific. Come on.
Mandy's not speaking to Kevin, and Jill's not speaking to Mandy, so it's not really going to be a fun bus ride.
Well, it'll be more fun with just the two of us taking the boat back. I mean, 6 is a bit of a crowd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to turn the steering?
Yeah, okay.
Great.
Thanks.
You got it?
Yeah. It's quite nice on the canal, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Great.
Right.
Hey, do you fancy an apple?
Yes, please. Oh, Curly, which way do I steer? I think he's going in wall.
I got it. That's it. There we go.
I'll sit now.
I'm just taking a bite out of your apple.
Last orders, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you want any more, shout now.
What?
I'll stick with this.
No.
Are you speaking or what?
You're rotten, you.
Hey, why? What for done?
You know.
Aye, what have you been up to, you naughty lad?
Yeah, and you couldn't shut up and all because you're just as bad as him. You were a rotten trick to do that, leave Curly alone with that boat.
You what? You never stopped whinging since you got on it.
Yeah, it was you who said you was getting the bus, wasn't it?
He didn't have to come with me, did you? I mean, he's your mate.
Oh, come on, Mandy.
All the trouble he'd gone to and all.
You hated that boat.
It's got nothing to do with it.
Look, Curly'll be all right. He's with Elaine. He'll be on a beefer. Look, when they chuck out here, I'll go round and have a word with him. Blimey. Great day out this has been.
Last orders, thank you. Speak now, you're too late.
Hey, our Terry, get him in. I did run him down the canal for now, didn't I,
Oh, stop murdering, lad. Listen. I'll get you a drink. A rum and black and Frank, and give him whatever he wants.
Scotch, please, right?
You're well in, aren't you?
I'll tell you what,
I thought it was your day off.
I'll be glad to get back to work. Have a rest.
Did you forget your key? Oh, sorry, I thought it was Norman.
No, we'll just go round and have a word with him.
Well, he's not home yet, isn't he, with you?
No, we come back on the bus, you see. Curly was taking the boat back.
We've been back ages, though, Terry. They should be back by now.
You've left Norman on his own on the canal?
No, Elaine was with him.
I hope nothing's happened.
No, what could happen? Curly can look after himself.
Oh, dear, I never even thought to ask him.
Ask him what?
Whether he can swim. Norman? Norman? Norman?
Oh, hello, Mrs. Bishop. Is Curly back yet?
No, I'm afraid not. Do come in. I'm getting terribly worried.
Oh, where Elaine's not back either. Her dad's going to spare.
You better come through.
Oh, I feel awful, honest I do. We should never have left them like that, Kev.
Oh, they'll be all right. They're not kids.
I mean, we did ask Ellie to come with us, honest we did, Mrs. Bishop. We didn't just leave him there.
Oh, Norman's the conscientious type. He wouldn't abandon the boat. Not when a friend had trusted him to look after it.
The thing is, Elaine went back because she felt sorry for Curly. Oh, I do hope they're all right. I mean, Curly couldn't steer the boat proper. What if they got lost? Especially at night, drifted out to sea even.
Oh, don't talk daft. They're miles away from the sea.
Elaine's been my best friend ever since Bessie Street Juniors. And she's never stayed out all night before, never.
Now, don't upset yourself. There's often a simple explanation. Look, I'll phone the depot. Perhaps Norman's gone straight to work and Elaine's at home tucking into a hearty breakfast.
Oh, I do hope you're right, Mrs. Bishop. But Elaine's dad's phoning the police if they're not back soon.
Oh, thanks, Sam. Wish I could kick the habit of looking at every paper from an editor's point of view. Style, typeface, headline, etc. Still, occupational hazard, I suppose.
Fascinating. Same for me every time I nip into Harrods.
Look, I've said I was sorry. What more can I do? Tatton Park is still there. We can go again.
It's not me I'm worried about. It's little Tracy. Sat there all afternoon waiting. You should never disappoint kids, especially not Tracy.
I didn't want to go.
Suppose you'll be calling Christine again today, will you? I mean, why didn't you nip in the shop, take her a box of chocolates like the bloke in the advert?
I'll not be seeing Mrs. Glover today. Or ever.
Hey, take a deco at that. Where were birds like that when I were your age? I never saw them.
Terrific. Don't be gawping off for too long. You're at a funny age and I don't fancy giving you the kiss of life.
Me neither.
Well, like the kiss of death.
Hey, do your man a favour out, Sarah? Nip across the road and clock us on.
I'm late myself, Mum. You nip over there, Dad. Take your taxi if it's too far to walk.
Listen, I am not budging till I've had my breakfast. Bacon, bangers, fried bread. Door.
Look, see, there's 6 cornflakes in there. Enjoy them.
Morning. I'm sorry to disturb you.
Emily, just the person I want to see.
Me?
Ah, you. You couldn't get Meals on Wheels to come round here, say, 3 times a day before I flaming starved to death. You felt my ribs like a xylophone.
Oh, take no notice, Emily, love. It's on the turn.
Hey, and if you could get a bird like that to deliver, so much the better.
I simply called to see if Terry could throw any light on the whereabouts of Norman and Elaine, as neither of them's been home all night.
Randy little devil. More idea than you. Tucked up in his bed with his teddy bear by 11 o'clock, him.
Oh, belt up, you. This is serious. And you need a good hiding and all. Leaving young Curly to cope on his Todd. He can only just ride about, let alone drive a ship.
I've contacted the depot, but they've not heard a thing, and poor Elaine's
I
parents...
hope he's not sprung a leaker out, like a float in an house. Wanted condemning years ago.
Oh, don't talk like that, please.
Look, he'll be all right, young fella. Dolly Bird, spring in the air.
Oh, eat your cornflakes, you. This is adult talk.
Oh, my dad could be right for once. He's probably broke down and decided to stay put.
Oh, I do hope you're right, Terry.
Hey, come on, own up. Who's Pinsby Plastic Spaceman?
Well, I suppose I'd better get back. Norman might be phoning.
Don't worry yourself, Emily, love.
I'll see myself out. Bye.
Bye, Emily.
Right, I'll see you. Bye.
He'll be all right, love. He'll be all right. He's most likely halfway to Bermuda by now. Hey, we could do that, couldn't we, love? Go on a cruise. Faraway places and sweet-sounding names.
Oh, aye. Me on QE too, and you on the Titanic.
Morning.
How do?
floorboards still holding up, I see.
I should hope they are and all. Listen, I want a 50-year guarantee with them, you know. They cost enough.
You'll be lucky. Right, Squire, what you got worth eating? Them two kids of mine shot off this morning, never even made me a pot of tea.
Farm cakes. Got ham or cheese?
I'll risk a couple of ham. I suppose you better throw in the cheese as well for Ozzy, my oppo. I've had to bring in reinforcements on this chapel roof job.
Haven't you finished that job yet? You'll have a Willie Bishop after you, you know.
Not quite. Give us another week and it will be as good as new. Even better. Ta. See ya.
Ta-ra.
Morning, gorgeous.
Morning, Chunky.
Hey, are you two-timing Ken and me?
Never. I definitely prefer older men.
Cheeky monkey. Come on then, where is it?
Where's what?
We stick a rock from Tatton Park.
Oh, don't mention Tatton flipping part to me. We never got there, did we? Ken was most of the afternoon helping some lame duck. Honestly, I didn't mind when he worked across the road. He kind of went with the job, but not now.
He'll never change no matter what job he's got, won't Ken? And I'll tell you something for note and all. We'd all be a lot better off if there were more people like him.
Who says so?
I say so. The world would be a happier place if we thought more about other people. You know, I don't often quote the Bible, but that Samaritan chap gave the best example I know about.
Yeah, I suppose you got a point.
He's one on his own, is our Ken.
You can say that again.
Remember me?
Norman,
Are they for me? I'm starving. Sit down.
help yourselves. That was last night's supper.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Bishop. I've never been so hungry.
I really enjoyed myself yesterday, you know. I'd love a boat of my own.
But what happened? I've been awake half the night worrying.
You've not.
And your parents, Elaine, are frantic. Phone them now.
Oh, that's all right, Mrs. Bishop. I rang them a couple of hours since. My dad were at work, but my mum, oh.
I mean, don't think we stayed out all night on purpose. We were chugging back along great guns. Well, then the engine just sort of stopped, didn't it?
Yeah, it just stopped dead.
Well, I fiddled with it for ages, but, oh, these are terrific.
So there we were, miles from anywhere. Not a phone box, even an house in sight. So we just pulled over to the side, didn't we, Curly, and settled.
It's all we could do, honest, Mrs. Bishop. I mean, and we had separate beds, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, don't worry, Norman. You did the sensible thing, but did I hear right? Elaine phoned home over 2 hours ago.
Well, she knew she knew her mum and dad would be worried about her.
So why on earth didn't you phone me?
Well, I didn't think you'd be bothered about me.
Bothered? I haven't slept with worry. I phoned the depot twice. I was just about to contact the police. Of course I've been worried.
Well, no one's ever worried about me before.
Well, somebody worries about you now. So remember in future.
You're late.
Yeah, I had a bit of a rust job on round the chapel yard. I hope it's not blowing a force 9 up there today.
Not forgot the bagging, have you?
Oh, yeah. They only had cheese.
I fancied ham.
Hard cheddar. Here, have them blue slates turned up yet?
No idea.
Has he? He had about as much juice as a jockstrap in a nudist camp. Anyway, first things first. Hey.
Hard cheddar.
You having one? That's very civil of you. I'd not say no to half a mile.
Oh, I didn't think you would, somehow. £1.20, please, Teddy. Tell you what, mate, sounds a right old tub you lot went cruising in yesterday. Talk about 3 men in a boat.
And 3 birds, mate. Don't forget them.
Cheers. Sounds the most enjoyable excursion to me. I'd have ventured forth with you if I'd known about it.
You? What as? Cabin boy? Ship's mascot, eh?
Half a better, please. Now, on second thoughts, no. I'm becoming a creature of habit, and that's the first sign of middle age. I'll have a whiskey and dry.
Right.
I'm dead relieved Elaine and Curly got back in one piece. Fancy them two spending night together. Hey, Terry, I wished it had been you and me.
Why?
Do you think they... you know?
You what? Curly? You need a diagram. You probably spent all last night looking for Ailey's comet. The sooner he gets wed, the better. He needs someone to look after him, does our Curly.
Oh, you believe in marrying young then, do you?
Oh, definitely.
And what would you call young? Nearly 20 like me?
No. Nearly 50 like me dad.
Oh, hiya, Jill, love. Hello. Gonna buy Mum a drink then, are you, love?
No, but Jill will. It's her round.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Just a bottle of lager, love, please.
Bottle of lager, half a bitter and pineapple juice, please.
You got 'em well trained, haven't you, mate?
Women's live, mate. She clobbers me if she don't pay a whack.
Been looking for a bird like you all my life, darling.
One for yourself, then.
Oh, if I was only 20 years younger, eh?
You'd still be old enough to be a father.
Who rattled your cage, Percival?
Hey, anybody notice Big Brother cruising slowly down Rosamond Street?
Come again?
TV detector band, like something out of H.G. Wells, or should I say George Orwell.
Well, they're quite welcome at our house for dinner time, as long as they're single. Cheers, Jill, love.
I suppose you've got your TV licence, Mr. S, have you? All neatly filed away with your pension book and your good conduct certificate from the Girl Guide?
As near as Rosamond Street, did you say?
And closing in, slow but sure.
Oh, heck. I must confess I've never bothered to purchase a licence. They might pass me by.
Not a chance, not a chance. They zoom right in on you. And if they don't, I will deem it my personal responsibility to nip outside and point them in your direction.
Yeah, you could get clobbered, you know, Percy, love. I mean, you know, fine and make a big hole in your pension.
Pension? Do you mind? I'm a long way off my pension.
Oh, yeah, at least 6 weeks. Don't worry, Perce, I'll come to visit you in strange ways.
Don't bother, I'm not that worried. Because I don't possess a television either.
Oh, just as it was beginning to get exciting and all.
Should have left this cheese in the mousetrap.
Oh, bloody hellfire!
What's up? Forgot your pick.
We've had visitors, haven't we? They've nicked every bit of lead they could lay their hands on.
Typical.
The thieving tow-rags they want stringing up.
Hello, love. Pink folder marked urgent. Any ideas?
Yeah. Right where you left it.
Oh, great. Save my bacon. Mustache. Duty calls.
Spare your hard-working wife a minute, will you?
Sure, yeah. Very nice indeed. But own up, woman, what brought this on?
Does there have to be a reason? But as it happens, there is.
Not another fur coat.
No, it's just my way of saying sorry for being so niggly yesterday and before. Put it down to jealousy. My husband spending too much time with another sexy female.
Well, if it has this effect, we should do it more often.
No, that Mrs. Glover had nobody to turn to. I know that feeling, and it's not nice.
It taught me a lesson, too, not to get involved in highly complex emotional things on the agony column. I'll give them all to the Oracle in future. Marjorie Proops, or even better, Annie Walker.
You better dash.
Yeah. Pity.
Hey, it is true. Coppers do have big feet. You weren't wrong, mate. There's a fair old load been nicked.
Got the makings of a great detective here, has he? Powers of observation like that.
You trying to be funny? Spot any clues? Any smudged fingerprints?
It's an open invitation leaving that lot up.
Well, you don't expect me to take it down every night, do you? It's not a number 3A Meccano set, you know.
When were you last up there?
And will it be, Ozzy? Friday, latish.
That whole weekend, didn't they? Most likely spend their Easter Mondays up there.
Make a change from Blackpool, I suppose.
Where'd you get a laughing boy from? Youth Opportunities Scheme?
Yeah. I lied about my age.
CID will be round. Don't touch anything.
I get the impression, Ozzy, that you're not over keen on coppers.
I'd sooner have piles.
Your health, gentlemen.
Lovely, lad.
There you are.
Oh, hello, it's Popeye the Sailor Man.
Right, Kev.
Where's olive oil then? Still in her hammock? Hey, engine conked out. Mind you, I've used the same excuse myself a couple of times. Don't tell her indoors, will you?
He did, honest.
Hey, Curly, what did Elaine's dad say? Is a right bolshy so-and-so.
Well, he tried to stop me seeing her, you know, but I had to put my foot down.
And I can't say as I blame him, a jet setter like you, trying to lure his daughter onto a yacht on the Med to have your evil way with her.
Wrong. It wasn't a yacht. Bottle of lager shandy, please.
What? Not a rum, Harry!
Haven't you got a bottle of lager shandy?
Oh, forget it, will you? I'll see whether I can scrounge a couple of hours off tomorrow, Kill. Give that crummy old engine a going over. Won't baffle an expert like me.
Oh, great, Kev. Thanks a lot. Hey, it'll be whipped soon. We'll go on the boat again. Great, eh?
Evening all. Half a mile, my nose. Certainly. I see the constabulary down at Mrs. Bishop's over the stolen lead business. Desecration, I call it. Sheer desecration.
Well, they're not suspecting Emily, are they? I mean, she's more your smashing grab merchant. Have you ever seen that Accrington brick she carries in her handbag?
It's been quite an exciting day, all in all. What with Coast Guards alerted for missing seamen and detective vans out and police out in force.
Detective vans? What detective vans?
Down the end of the street. Electronic surveillance makes you feel proud to be British.
Oh, yeah, they can detect what programme you're going to sleep over now, you know.
Not still there now, is it?
True it is. Mark my words. Her Majesty's Post Office will be jammed with folks claiming they forgot to purchase their licences.
How could anybody steal from a place of worship?
Oh, nothing sacred these days. We've even had stuff nicked from the nick. Now, I know it's a long shot, Mrs.
Bishop.
But think back. Have you seen any characters hanging in or around the chapel lately? Anything that might strike you as a bit odd?
No, I'm afraid not. The congregation's so small, I'd recall a strange face, I'm almost sure. Is there any chance of apprehending them?
Well, we've had a few jobs full like this lately. We think they're local and opportunists. And I have an inkling we'll nab them before long.
Oh, well, that's a relief. I mean, the chapel can't afford more expense on top of the job Mr. Webster's carrying out.
Aye, but us nabbing them won't get you your precious lead back. Being some scrapyard melting pot by now. Well, right then. I'll be off. Oh, thanks for the tea. Oh, did you say a bloke called Webster was doing the roof job?
That's right.
Bill Webster, stocky bloke, used to work for the council.
That's right, until he was made redundant. Do you know him?
Oh, yes. I know him all right. Did he ever let on why he was made redundant?
I don't believe he did.
Not surprised. If he had, I don't think you'd have been so keen to let him anywhere near your chapel. Well, you've been a great help, Mrs. Bishop. A very great help indeed. Good night, then.
Good night, Constable.
I think I've seen this before.
Me and Al, is that snobby-looking bloke a son or her husband?
Well, look, Willie, I'm trying to listen to this.
Hello, Mr. Douglas.
Hello.
Jill.
I know. Look, we don't want this thing belting away, do we, while we've got visitors?
Well, it was young Jill that put it on.
Stop acting daft, Dad. Stick it back on.
No. It's far too much garbage at the goggle box in this house. We're not a family anymore.
Well, we never were. Oh, come on, shit.
Oh, no, come on. I fancy a natter. The art of conversation's dying.
Who said so?
It was on the... Never mind who said so.
Well, it's not dying in here, it's dead and buried.
Look, I used to enjoy the old days, when we played games for hours. Good family fun.
Oh, you mean when telly broke?
No, before that one-eyed monster. Do you remember our Terry? Dominoes. And I taught you how to play Ludo and cards.
Yeah, I do. You give me my pocket money on the Friday, you try and win it back off me on the Saturday.
Yeah, typical.
You know, he used to win quids off me at Snap because I stuttered.
Well, I'm playing no daft card games. What is up with you?
Nothing, my sweet. I just fancy a nice, quiet family evening talking to my loved ones.
Oh, well, I don't see any. It's exciting, this, Hey, say what, shall we join hands and contact the living?
Could bring my chessboard round one night.
Chess? I thought only Russians played chess.
All right, then, Jack and Nora will play games, right?
Yeah, great.
How about hide and seek? You go hide, and if we don't contact you by Christmas, well, just give us a shout.
I'll go.
Right, then.
Yeah?
I never stay where I'm not wanted, so I'll scarp her.
Oh, what a shame! I was just going to get the Monopoly out.
Mum, Two fellas here want to see our television licence. Where is it?
Well, I've been snooping on us, have you?
Good evening. My name's Tucker. I'm an inquiry officer from the television licensing office. I see you do have a set. Colour as well. Good picture by the look of it. Do you mind if I have a look at your television licence, please?
Well, we have got one, you know, if that's what you're hinting at.
Not according to our records in Bristol.
Well, your records are up the spout, aren't they, mate?
How long have you had the set, Mrs. Duckworth?
We've had it donkeys years. Do you know, it's that ancient, you can still get Muffin the Mule on it.
Who bought the licence, Mum?
Bugalogs.
Me dad. Are you sure?
Look, I'm not daft, am I? I saw him go in the post office. 46 quid. I'll tell you what, it's daylight robbery. I wouldn't care whenever even watched the flaming thing.
If I know me dad, he'd probably just walked in there and bought a book of stamps.
That's a bit strong, isn't it?
I thought you were going to give me a couple of hours this afternoon.
My fault, Alf. Unforeseen circumstances.
Oh, well, as long as there was a good reason.
Oh, there was.
Like a blooming morgue in here tonight.
Where is they?
Half a lager, love.
I'll half a lager, yeah. Come here. Do you know who's in our house right this very minute?
Queen Mum, Lady Di. Oh, no, that's Saturday, innit?
The Gestapo, that's who.
I didn't know your mother were coming.
You know the TV licence you were supposed to have bought? Yeah. Well, did you?
Well, I got one ages ago. You don't have to renew them every year, do you?
Oh, I'll swing for you, Duckworth, I will. Spent the 46 quid on that red-headed trollop, did you?
15 love to Sue Ellen.
You keep your nose out, you baldy.
Look, I can't remember no 46 quid, love.
Well, you lying skunk. Look, I'll give you half of it.
Look, I just wish we had to renew the marriage licence every year. I'd have chucked it after the honeymoon.
15 all.
Yeah, and for all good you were, I chucked it in on the honeymoon, love.
Dead serious offence is this, you know, pal, to fraud in Her Majesty's post office. You could end up sewing mailbags.
Yeah, well, I hope he gets 10 years hard labour, love. And good riddance.
At least I get 3 meals a day and a bit of peace and quiet. And they'd let me watch the telly for free, which I don't get living with you. I think I prefer the Nick.
Oh, you're not good at prison. It's a capital offence. You'll finish up in the bloody tower.
Well, when I finish with that slimy toad, love, he'll end up in the bloody hospital.
Game, set and match to the blonde bombshell by a knockout, I'd say.
Hey.
Have you got nothing else to do but comb your hair?
And what do you want me to do? Stand on my hands?
Well, you could worry a bit, couldn't you? Like I'm doing.
And what good's that going to do, eh?
Look, it's a very serious matter nowadays, not having a TV licence.
Yeah, it is if you get caught.
Well, that's what I'm saying, we're being caught. Well, I could murder that dad of yours. I wouldn't mind, but I'd give him the money. I'd give him it. All he had to do was pop in the post office with it.
You want your head examined.
Look, I've got to trust him to do something, Hunter.
You what? Trust him? Do you hear that? She says she's got to trust you to do something. The only thing you can trust him to do is land you in it, which he does with monotonous, flaming regularity.
What are you on about?
I'll tell you what we're on about. We're on about that licence money I give you that you never got. I won't be able to hold my head up in the street now.
You never could.
No. Married to you, I couldn't, you're right. Do you know I never slept a wink last night? Worried myself sick. He's not his flaming head off.
Oh, come on, give her a rest. It's not only us, there's thousands out there without TV licences.
Oh, what's that got to do with it?
He put you 8 in a cell instead of 4. Because that's where you go, mate, if you don't pay the fine. And don't come looking at me when they start holding their hand out for the money. Because it weren't me mum gave that 46 quid to.
Don't you come here insinuating you. I told you. I forgot.
I can't hear me forgot. I put it in an envelope with TV licence wrote all over it.
I know, and I took it out and put it in my pocket for safekeeping. And I put the envelope on the dashboard to remind me. But somebody at the garage must have cleared it, so I forgot. I'm only flaming human.
You? You belong in a zoo, you, behind bars. And that's where I hope they put you. Because as far as I'm concerned, they can slam the door and shut the key in the cup.
Oh, cheer up the pair of you. If Maggie had away, it'd be an hanging job. Sit down.
Is there any last requests? Can I have egg bacon and fried bread?
No. It just said not to carry on with any more work until I'd heard from him. So I was wondering, like, if... I see. OK, well, just in case he doesn't call, would you tell him that I rang? And that I'll hang on here until he gets hold of me. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
You'd forget your head if it was loose.
Did I leave him?
On the table. Foiled ham and all. Still, you got a lot on your mind, I suppose, with this roofing job. I mean, you beat McAlpines to a contract. You can't wait to get on it, can you? So, I come past the chapel on the way here. Not a sign. Hello, I thought. Skiving again. What's this?
It was waiting for him when I got here this morning.
What does it mean?
Well, it says. Don't start any more work on the chapel roof till I hear something from this Barker fella.
Is he the...
Yes, he's the chairman of the building fund. The one as matters, the gaffer.
What's he playing at?
You tell me. I've just had one audible thought, though.
What?
Well, I've had dealings with fellas like him before, and it's not beyond the realms of possibility that he's thinking that I might have something to do with that lead that went missing.
Get away.
Well, somebody nicked it.
Yeah, but not you.
Why not?
Because you're my dad.
I'm not his dad. Oh, forget it. I'm looking on the black side. It's probably something to note. You better get off to the garage and earn your living. One of us had better bring us some breast by the end of the week.
Look, do you want me to have a word with him, this Barker?
I wouldn't bother, lad. He might think you're biased.
I'm not biased. I know you.
Go on. Earn your living.
Haven't you gone yet? I'm putting it off as long as I can, look, because I know what it's going to be like when I get over there. It's going to be Mallorca this and Mallorca that.
How many's going?
Oh, about half a dozen from younger end. They make enough noise in that sewing room. God knows what it'll be like when they're dancing down front at Palmer.
You ought to take yourself away for a week or two. Change would do you good.
No, I don't fancy it. No, on my own, love.
You two make friends. That'll do you good and all.
Not according to our Brian.
Oh, blow him. Take yourself off somewhere.
Hey, Nicky, how do you fancy an Anna in frilly knickers knocking hell out of that Martina Watson in?
Hey, put that down. He'll have a fit if he sees you messing around with that.
Sorry. He's keen, isn't he?
Keen? He's never away from that sports centre. They reckon he's a natural squash player, you know. Very pleased he is. Aren't you? Very good at squash.
Oh, yeah. I'm a natural according to them at the sports centre.
Get away, Brian.
Hey, you going to get the push again?
She's putting off the evil moment. They'll all be talking holidays over there. I've told her. She ought to take herself away for a change.
And I've told you not on my own, love.
Oh, what does it matter?
Of course it matters. She doesn't know she'll get landed with.
Right, then, I'll go and join the jet set. You're going to give your nan a kiss, darling? Hey, you two lovers. Right, here we go. Shall I get myself a new bikini, or shall I make do with the one I had last year?
Ta-ra. Hey, don't put her off going away. A change would do her good.
Look, madam, stop trying to run her life for her. You didn't like it when she tried to run ours.
You've got an answer for everything, haven't you?
Yeah. I'll see you later. See you, Tiger.
Right, you can help me tidy up?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. There's a gentleman. Where shall we start?
Oh, now. Oh!
Put these in your bag. Put them in there.
Morning, Squire.
Morning.
Have you read your horoscope today?
No.
You haven't read your horoscope?
I never do. They're a load of rubbish.
Not today. Every word is gospel.
How do you know my horoscope? You don't even know when my birthday is.
Well, it don't matter because they're all the same today. A golden opportunity will be coming your way. Miss it at your peril. How do you fancy half a dozen shower units, dirt cheap?
No, thanks.
Look, come on, all on the up and up. I mean, as pure as driven snow.
Sorry?
You will be if you don't tear my arm off. It'd cost you more to pinch these than I'm asking. No middleman, you see.
Oh, they're yours, are they?
No, they belong to a mate of mine, really.
Well, what are you then, a sort of middleman?
No, a pal, really. A very busy lad, this pal. Got fingers in an awful lot of pies. So I said to him, you get on with your business ventures, and I will get rid of your shower units for you, because I know just the lad.
Well, look, I'm a bit busy at the moment. I've got to talk to this gentleman, so,
You'll think about it, will you?
Aye, yeah.
It don't take long. You know what they say? When one fella's thinking about it, the other fella's coining it in.
I'm sorry about that, Mr. Barker. Would you like to come into the office?
I take it you received my little note?
Yes, I did. Sit down. I rang your house up, but you'd left.
Yes, I had one or two early tasks to perform. As you know, we only have limited resources in our building fund, and it's for me to ensure that we cut our coat according to our cloth. The theft of the lead was undoubtedly a severe blow to our hopes. and I'm afraid I require a further estimate for its replacement. If, as I suspect, the extra expense is considerable, I may have to go back to my committee, and we may well think about the contract again as a whole.
I see. Well, it all depends on what you think is considerable. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. They didn't touch any of the lead in the main valley. I mean, either they'd got as much as they could carry or somebody disturbed them or something. But it wasn't as bad as it could have been. And I reckon about 200 quid, top one.
200?
Well, I might be able to get it down to 180, but no less.
Oh, that is good news. I'd expect it to be a lot more than that. Well, in that case, I think I'm empowered to authorize the additional expenditure.
You mean I can go ahead?
Yes, indeed. As soon as you're able. And thank you for putting my mind at rest.
Thank you, Mr. Barker. I'll start tomorrow if I can, and if not, the day after definitely.
That will suit us admirably. Thank you again, and good day to you.
Good day to you, Mr. Barker. And a good day to me and all.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Roberts.
Hello. Would you like to do me a favour?
Aye, if it'll cost me now.
Won't cost you a penny. Just put one of those in your car window.
With the greatest of pleasure. And what's more, Mavis can sit in the back pointing at it. I don't know whether we'll go that far.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm a bit late. The printer let me down.
How's it going anyway, your campaign?
Not too bad, you know. I've got one of these whiz kids from a bedsitter up against me. You know, 22 years old, talking about the Jarrow Hunger March.
You don't remember that?
Yeah, well, don't tell him he thinks I do. Anyway, I must rush. I shall buy you a drink.
No need. Happy to help. Try.
Hello.
Don't tell me. TV Times? Radio Times?
Very funny.
He's been done for now having a television licence, haven't you, you naughty little devil?
Well, you'd laugh if you ever pay 40 quid. I'll bill with 50 with the fine.
It'll be a lot more than that. I think the fine's £400 now.
You what?
It's never. It's only just gone up.
400 flaming quid?
You all right, or what?
I only come in for 26. They give me a flaming heart attack.
Hi. Where's my dinner?
Well, it's all ready. It won't do you any harm to wait for a minute. I've been looking at holidays.
Oh, well, stop looking. Let this time for herself.
I wasn't thinking about just Ivy. It's for all of us. We could all do with a break. You especially.
Yeah, but not now.
Well, I'm only thinking about planning it. We're not going tomorrow.
Look, I'm not ready to plan it yet. I'm up to my ears at the garage. I can't just up sticks and leave. And I don't know when I'll be able to, so let's just forget it, all right?
Ryan, we need a holiday. And don't give me all that stuff about the garage falling down if you walk out. Kevin's perfectly capable of looking after it for a couple of weeks without you.
Look, I've told you, not yet. I'll think about it.
Oh, if I hear that once more. Stop thinking, do summit.
Oh, hey, have you had a chance to sort out our days off yet?
Betty, love, I've told you till I'm blue in the face. There's no point in making long-term arrangements. But I could be here today, gone tomorrow. And the new fella would only change them.
What could it be that fast?
Could be within the next 5 minutes. And don't blame me. Blame this old couple who are retiring. The minute they go, yours truly steps in. Oh, it's a lovely pub too, you know. Yeah, just behind the front in Bispam.
Oh.
So don't think I'm going to pass it up, because I'm not. I mean, I'm only there as relief manager, but you never know your luck, eh?
Yeah, but I mean, we don't know where we are, do we?
Who does, Betty, love? Who does?
So why didn't you fix the way girls go on holiday? I mean, they'd have fitted you in.
You must be joking, dear. I'd have been half dead first day.
Oh, I've been working hard, have you? Scraped up the 46 quid.
I've got some news for you. There's a £400 fine on top of that.
The what?
We're in a right mess.
Less of the we. It were you that went through the licence money. You're joking, not 400 quid.
Well, it could be a blessing in disguise, couldn't it? If you're not up half the night watching television, you may stay awake long enough to get a bit of work done.
It's not a laughing matter, Mr. Baldwin.
Well, you will get yourself in these messes, won't you?
Hey, you want to unplug your telly and all? Because if they catch you watching it, they'll do you again.
Oh, they'll come and watch yours.
Oh, no, you won't. If you can't pay your way, you're not coming sponging off us.
Sponging? I'd need sponging if I'd been in your house, you flecky lot.
Well, I was sick of looking that ugly mug of hers. Just where I needed a bit of peace and quiet.
Oh, you missed best at floor show.
Did I? Anyway, where's the long face?
What long face?
Well, according to your Kevin, you're down in the dumps. Something about that chapel roof job. They've stopped it, haven't they?
Oh, no, it's all on again now. Plain sailing.
Oh.
What are you having?
Well, in that case, I'll have a vodka and tonic, please.
Well, it's a lack of the draw, kid. Di gets Charlie, you get him.
Hey, listen, are you going out tonight? Because if you're not, I'm going to bingo. Try and book this one up. Hey, if I don't win out, I'm going to chuck myself in cuts.
You're not going out, are you?
No, why are you?
Yeah, I'm going to the club.
What, again?
Yeah, I've got a squash court booked. Well, you know they're hard to come by.
Oh, well, if you've got a court booked, you go. He's got a court booked and you can't not go if you've got a court booked. You go if you've got a court booked.
Who was it that said, only this morning, that I'm working too hard and I needed to relax a bit? Go on. Who was it?
Can't win with these, love. You and me both, kid. Hey, come on, Duckworth, we're going to be late. All right.
Come on. You know you love me.
I'll slosh you with this soon as look at you.
No, positive. Sufficient unto the day. And if I breathe vodka over maybe, she falls over a lot.
You're very welcome.
Thanks, but no thanks. See ya.
See ya.
Ta-ra. Ta-ra, lovey. Ta-ra.
When do you want me to bring them shower units round? I could whip them round this afternoon if you like.
Oh, no, Jack, I couldn't cope. I'm up to here.
All right, I'll keep them for you. You don't fancy putting a few quid down, do you? Say 50.
Hey, hang on a minute. Hold your sweat. I've not said I'm having them yet, have I?
Now, well, if you never ask, you never get. Trouble with me is I ask and never get now.
Keep smiling, cock.
Definitely. Hey, perfect timing.
2 pints, please, Betty.
Hey, Chuck, you always fall for that, don't you?
You going on your holidays then?
Yeah, me and a couple of mates. We're thinking of going to Jersey.
Oh, it's lovely there.
You've been, have you?
Well, not exactly, no, but I have seen it on television. Oh, sorry, shouldn't mention television, should I? Not in front of you.
You wouldn't like to make a sacrifice for your mum and dad.
You mean lend you my holiday money to get you out of stuck?
Yeah.
No.
You don't need that holiday.
Why not? You'll be going to the Isle of Wight. Parkhurst prison, you lucky lad. More than a fortnight and all.
Right, I'm off to the wholesalers now.
Have you got red ballpoints down there?
Yes, I've got it down. Hello, right. Off to the wholesalers. Nothing you said, Emily. Thank goodness for that. Bye.
Bye-bye.
She is lively, isn't she? Considering...
A bit too lively sometimes. Oh, before you go on, Emily, there's a ceramics exhibition at the town hall this week. I just wondered if you'd like to go tonight. Should be lovely.
Oh, well, let me make sure. I've got a welfare committee meeting at the chapel one night this week, and I haven't looked at my diary yet today. No, tonight's fine. Oh, shall I see you in the Rovers about 7?
Yes, that'd be lovely. Is everything all right down at the chapel after this morning's upset?
What upset?
Oh, well, according to Rita, Mr. Webster was very upset because Mr. Barker told him to stop work on the roof, but apparently everything's all right again now.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
So Mr. Webster's better off than ever, because now he's got the job of putting the lead back. I mean, that was stolen. Well, they say it's an ill wind, don't they? I mean, whoever took that lead certainly did Mr. Webster a favour.
Coopers? Ah, there's Webster here, Maudsley Street. Look, I'm after some £4 lead. What's it coming? 6-metre rolls? I see. Right. Well, I want 4 rolls of 4.50. And what's that going to cost me? 30 quid a roll. Plus that. What isn't? Look, can you put them on one side for me and I'll pick them up tomorrow afternoon? OK. Cheerio. Thanks a lot. Don't you ever do any work in that garage of yours?
I'm working. I've just took an escort back to another satisfied customer. Running like a dream, it was. Hey, why not look round for a decent set of wheels for you?
Look, I'm trying to earn enough money for his bus fares. Now, up it.
That's what I'm on about. I drive past the chapel, look up to the roof. Are you there? Are you back again? Is it off or what?
By gum, things have changed since I was a lad. In my day, it were girls you looked at. Now it's chapel roofs. No, it's not off again, it's on.
OK, I'm only looking after my future interests.
Look, up it, will you?
Isn't it amazing? I rarely look at my watch, but the moment I take it in to be cleaned...
You're looking at it every couple of minutes. Well, that's life, lovey.
Is your watch right?
Yeah, more or less. It's just after 7, love.
Why, you got a date tonight?
Only with Mavis. Well, I don't mean that. I mean, yes, with Mavis.
No, you don't. You mean only with Mavis?
Well...
I was talking to Harvey about his election campaign. I don't know why he does it year after year. He must be a glutton for punishment. I mean, you fight, you win, then everyone starts clobbering you.
Yeah, well, Emily understands it can be very rewarding, can't it, Emily?
It can be, yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm forgetting. All the perks, you mean, like attendance money, a couple of bucks you dinners
And I don't
a week,
mean the perks. We do get perks. Yes, I'm not pretending we don't. They're very useful. But we don't do it for that. We do it because we can see the good we're doing for the public, like...
Like putting the rates up.
Tell him off, Emily.
I daren't. He's my boss.
Betty, well, I'll be leaving you in about half an hour. I've got some paperwork to get rid of. You'll cope, eh? Nothing much doing, is there?
Thank you.
Oh, I suppose so. Anyway, football, television, 7:30.
Makes a change. You're horse racing, my friend.
I know one little lad that won't be watching up. Have you unplugged the set like Hilda told you, have you? Turn its face to the wall?
Not clever in laughing at other folks' misfortunes, you know.
No, I'm sorry, mate. Give him a pint, will you, Betty?
Oh, oh dear.
Mr. Barker was knocking on your door, Emily, so I brought him in. I think he wants a little talk with you.
I won't keep you a moment.
We quite often use this as a meeting place, Miss Riley and I. It's very convenient.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm somewhat concerned about tomorrow night's Welfare Committee meeting. I have very strong views about the suggestion of discos for the young people, and I'd value your support. I take it you'll be there.
Oh, yes, certainly.
Good. Good.
I was glad to hear that work's starting on the roof at last.
Oh, yes, the additional amount for the stolen lead wasn't as astronomical as I'd feared.
And Mr. Webster's doing the whole job now.
Yes, he is, yes.
Oh, I am pleased. After all, he's my protégé, as it were, and I was a bit apprehensive, to say the least, when I heard you'd stopped the work.
Apprehensive?
Well, I knew he had nothing to do with it, naturally, but when the detective came round asking so many questions about him... But, of course, they suspect anybody who stands to benefit, don't they, even if he's... Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Barker, I'm confusing you.
Not at all, Mrs. Bishop. Not at all. I'll see you tomorrow evening.
Oh, of course he has it. Chapel-worthy, frequented public houses.
Is everything all right?
I hope so.
What is it?
Nothing. Nothing.
Come on, Jack, like, give us a smile. You're turning the ale sour.
There are times in your life, friend, when a smile like crack your face, and this is one of them. It's not flaming fair, you know.
Well, nothing in life is, pal.
It's not only me that watches the flipping telly, there's 3 of us. I mean, why am I doing all the worrying? Why is it up to me to find the brass? That licence should be split 3 ways, you know. If there was any flaming justice in the world, I'd be out of it altogether, because I'd never watched the damn thing. I mean, you know. Finish work, come in here, couple of pints, go home, fall in my chair, I'm away with a mixer. I have slept through more episodes of Dallas than you've had up flaming dinners, mate.
Oh, well, that's got nothing to do with it, has it, pal? I mean, the post office aren't daft, are they? They like things nice and simple. And if your name's on the last licence, then you're the one who cops it. Looks like your motor will have to go. All right for first refusal, am I?
Can't tell me motor, that's me flipping living.
Well, you won't be doing much taxiing round Strangeways Yard, will you?
Right, who's ready for another?
Oh, I think we better stay with these, don't you?
Yes, I do. Thanks all the same.
I'll have a scotch for you.
1 Scottish, please, love. Having one, Jack. Now, that's something you don't often see.
What do you think you're up to?
Where's the television licence?
Are you round the twist? We haven't got one. That's what all the trouble's about.
The old one, the one you shown that fella.
Well, that'll be no good. It's months out of date.
I know it's months out of date.
Don't think you can wriggle out of this chat, Douglas, because you can't. But I'll tell you what, you're on your own. You get no help from me now, I tell you.
But where am I going to get 450 quid from it?
Listen, I don't care. The law says you're liable, so it's up to you to find it. Go to prison, one or other.
So if the law says I'm responsible, I'm on my own, am I?
Definitely.
Well, I've got news for you. I'm in
Ah.
the clear. Because I wasn't christened Vera. Now, the law says it's you that's responsible because it's your name on the old license. So if anybody's going to be on their own, Chuck, it's not going to be yours truly, it's going to be his missus. So if I were you, I'd get me banjo out, get down to the looks and give him a few songs, earn a few bob. I'll lend you my cap.
Next, today on Plus, the soap hour continues with Emmerdale, whilst over on Breeze, how to be a well woman.